your vehicle to just be rolling by the window, huh? See, we have 47 people watching. Thank you so much for the raid from Common Sense, or Lord Sterling over there, the Info Infantry. Appreciate the heck out of y'all. Welcome to the Dozer Den. Hope you guys have had an okay last few days. Not gonna lie, I've had better weekends. Better weekends for sure. But it's alright. Things are probably on the upswing. That's the goal, anyways. That's the goal. Let me check and make sure my audio sounds good over there on Rumble. I am still finishing up with this man cold on the tail end of it, everybody. On the tail end of it. It's almost done. It's almost done. We're getting closer and closer by the day. I think we have a new follower. Check it out. Dame Pam, first time in the Dozer Den. Thank you so much for joining. Glad to see y'all. Oh, we have dancing emojis in the chat. Santa Claus twerking. Merry Christmas. Get it, Santa. What's up, Wendy? Good to see you. If you guys would kindly go ahead and smash that like button. Give that like button a good thump. Caress the like button. Lean in real close to the like button and whisper sweet nothings, nibble on its ear. And we don't want to do that. That is what creepy Uncle Joe Biden does. We don't want to be like creepy Uncle Joe. Don't be like that. Don't be like that. But go ahead and hit that like button. And I get it. Sometimes we get a little bit excited, guys. Sometimes we get a little bit excited and we want to hit that like button more than once. And if you must, don't hit it twice because, well, that cancels it out. Nobody wants that. Hit it thrice. Smash that like button. Make your voices heard. If you want to support the channel, well, there are always Rumble Rants available. I think I forgot to put... Nope, the links are in the description for Venmo and Cash App. Nobody ever has to donate. Nobody ever has to subscribe. But to my lovely subscribers, thank you so much for supporting this channel every month. $5 a month, that's just a couple sodas. In nowadays, anyways. Just a couple sodas. Back in the day, that was 5 sodas. But if you want to support the channel, to help me continue to focus on putting out great content for you guys, well, just consider it. You get subscriber-only emotes when you become a extra special shiny Killdozer in the Dozer Den. And subscribe to Bulldozer74. We currently have 5 subscribers, guys. Awesome. Awesome for those who do support. And you know what? Even if you aren't able to support financially, I am just happy you are here. Don't forget to comment in the comment section. Guys, Rumble has this awesome new feature, repost. You can repost on Rumble now. And that makes it so that all your people who follow your channel see what you repost. So, utilize that if you want. You can share the stream out. Follow me over there on X. We're at 2,800 followers, slowly creeping back up, clawing our way back to 3,000. We were there once, for a brief moment. A brief, glorious moment, over 3,000. And then the bot purge. The great bot purge of December of 2024. And I lost like 300 followers. So, hey, you know what? I'm okay with that. If they weren't real people, I don't want the dang numbers anyways. I would like real people. I would like actual interactions with individuals. And hopefully you're following because you actually like what I'm doing and not just because I asked you to follow. Some people do that, and that's okay. I get that. But I would rather you follow me because you actually like what I'm doing and you like the content that I'm putting out. You like the stuff that I'm sharing. That's kind of the goal, guys. The goal of this channel, we stream Mondays and Thursdays at 9:30 p.m. Central. And might be adding a third night of streaming in there. Don't know yet. Don't yet know yet. I've been teasing you guys about that for a while. I have been. It's going to happen at some point. Oh my goodness. Lord of the Ree coming in hot with a $2 Rumble rant. Thank you. I was actually just about to get to that. Yeah, the Walrus, guys. Legal Vices. Rest in peace to Jeff. Saw that this morning. He passed away. And I guess it was heart failure. Nobody pretty much saw that coming. So I have, in his honor, the rest of my Woodford Reserve. I was saving it for, well, I guess a special occasion, and honoring a decent fellow like him, well, I think that's a special enough occasion. So, in honor of Legal Vices, Jeff. Oh, did you hear the cork pop? Did you hear that? It was extra special. Extra special. Keeping this bottle, by the way. Got my skull shot glass. We're gonna do a little right by the microphone. Little ASMR. Oh, not even a full shot. Well, it's a shot. It's a little over a double shot here in this cup. So, to Jeff, Legal Vices, rest in peace, man. You seemed like a decent fella, one of the most decent fellas in the sphere. So, his Lego streams were cool. His snoring bulldogs were always fun. He'd be doing a stream, and all of a sudden you'd hear this horrific noise in the background. He goes, "Oh yeah, that's the bulldog," and he had a cam for them too. And he just seemed like a down to earth guy. So, rest in peace, Jeff. Cheers. We're gonna be sipping on that, not shooting that at the start of a stream. But yep. Thanks for that $2 rant, Lord of the Ree. Sucks that that's what it was for, but definitely worth noticing, worth mentioning, and sucks when you see people go like that. You don't expect it, especially. I mean, he didn't seem that old, so. But rest in peace to Legal Vices for sure. Seemed like a good guy. And we've got our Discord link in the chat. Thank you so much, Trish, for putting that up there. It is a shiny new Discord link, so it shouldn't be expired. We've got about 11 or 12 people over there, I think, right now. So slowly increasing in our numbers there on Discord. If you want to follow me on locals, even though the UI is a bit trash at times, thedozerden.locals.com. Let me go ahead and make sure my audio is good here. If you guys can't tell, my mic is actually in the picture for once. So hopefully that's helping with the decrease a little bit of the echoey kind of sound that I've been noticing when I rewatch my streams or listen to, do a little audio check. So hopefully that helps. One of these days I'll get all sophisticated and get an actual mic stand. Ha! Maybe I'll get a soundboard and an actual stream deck too. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Yeah. Add some zany noises in there. Get a little bit gimmicky. Well, what do you guys think? You guys like that idea? I like that idea. I have fun. What is up, y'all? Let me check. Make sure things are going well here on Rumble. Go away. There we go. Finding it. Oh, and I need to actually share this out with my X peeps because we do have quite a few people who watch us over there on X. Thank you all so much. Wherever you choose to watch, I use Rumble, I use X, and YouTube. Good old CommieTube. I do have an account there, BillDozer74. If you want to follow me there, go ahead, and if you want to, show me some support there. Show some support there on YouTube. I think we're at 28 followers there, or subscribers. Is that what it is on YouTube? Yeah, the audio is a little bit better. Nice. You guys are never gonna guess what I have my mic up on. It's a box. It is not a mic stand. It is not a telescoping rod or anything like that. It is just a box, a simple box, but it's doing the job. Oh, also, Mob Bell, Mabell 313, Mabell 313, followed 3 hours ago. Thank you so much for following. And we had Daffin Tut. Thank you very much for following the channel. I hope to earn your viewership. Like I said, I don't want followers just for the numbers. I want to have people following this channel and watching because they like what I'm doing here. They like the infotainment aspect. That's the goal. We are aiming to inform and entertain. Usually do about 3 to 4 stories a night, a show rather. And usually have something kind of zany at the end, sometimes just completely unrelated to politics. Sometimes it's politics, but it's funny as hell, and it gives me a good laugh and a good chuckle, and hopefully it does the same for you guys. Sometimes I do a white pill at the end of the streams just to help be a bit of a palate cleanser for all the nonsense that we currently have going on in the world. Sometimes it's good to cleanse the palate. Let me get this open here so it's not bothering us. Nice to see you, Salt Dumpster, one of our awesome monthly subscribers, and getting dozered. I love that you're able to change your name based on the show that you're in. Thank you so much. We have Faulkner351, I think, as well. And then I'm going to give a shout out. I need to start putting these subscribers. I'm going to start putting your guys' names in the description of the videos. So that way you guys get a little bit of a shout out, because I do sincerely appreciate your support. It means the world. Sincerely, 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 sincerely. Good Lord. I've only had one sip of whiskey. We'll see how the day goes. Um, Almost wasn't going to be able to stream tonight because I was an idiot and I didn't click wrap up and leave on my last stream. So it wouldn't let me create a new one. So I made a link on the Rumble page and it worked, but it wasn't showing up in Rumble Studio. So I didn't know if it was actually going to let me do anything. But good to see you guys having a good time in the chat. Hope you guys are doing well. What's up, LB Weaver? Good to see you. See Donna, Trish, Gene Bond, Dano. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your evening to hang out with little old me, the Bulldozer. Just a small town boy. Living in a lonely world. Well, that'd be the girl part. I'm not the girl, though. Just a city boy. Born and raised in South Detroit. Yeah, that happened. I'm not sorry. The Big Bad Wolf. Hello. Good to see you. Thank you for saying hi. Don't forget to smash that like button on your way out. The Killdozer crew. The Dozer Den. Yeah, I almost was okay with not streaming because I'm not gonna lie, yesterday sucked, guys. Yesterday was not a fun day. If you're here before, um, yeah, Sterling just saw my message. I was feverishly trying to figure out how to get the damn studio app, Rumble Studio, to work. It wasn't working, and I didn't realize that I had not clicked wrap up and leave. So that was the only problem. It was a simple solution. I emailed Rumble support, quickly sent a please disregard. I figured it out. I'm just an idiot. Yeah, yesterday kind of sucked, guys. So I almost didn't stream just because the yesterday really sucked. If you were paying, if you guys have been around for a little bit, Mama Dozer had some issues with salmonella of all things, and it's a foodborne illness, but it doesn't just stop at the GI tract. Apparently, if you let it go long enough and it gets into your bloodstream, it can cause issues with the brain, leading to delirium and all other kinds of fun, excellent stuff, guys. Un momento. So I was in a hospital yesterday in ER, waiting room slash in the ER for 10 hours yesterday, something like that. Because when you have somebody that typically is able to express themselves, demonstrate expressive communication effectively, and then all of a sudden when you walk into the house and then you say hi to them, and they just stare at you with these large eyes, like kind of looking panicked and not able to say anything for like 2 or 3 minutes, cause for concern. Little unsettling, little unsettling. So we waited till stepdad got back from church and uh, quickly headed to the hospital, got all her meds and all that good stuff. And yeah, salmonella didn't get quite taken care of the first round. And yeah, she did. She tested salt dumpster. She tested positive again. So either the antibiotics that she was on the first round, either they didn't quite kick its butt enough, or she might have eaten something that triggered it again. She thought it was the sauerkraut. So, my stepdad threw that out, cleaned the fridge out. Um, so I don't think she got it. I don't think she got it again. I just think that sometimes with salmonella, you have to do 2 rounds of antibiotics or have stronger ones. And yeah. She's on some stronger ones this time. Currently still in the hospital. Left her last night. Doesn't know what year it is still yet, but she knows that it's close to Christmas, so we're getting progress there. Getting progress. And I appreciate all the good well wishes and prayers. They definitely help. I believe they do. So I'm gonna stick with that. But hopefully Donna, she's had a history of that, but we had them check her. That was one of the first things they did when they got her back to the room, is take her up for a CAT scan. I stayed close by just in case she gave them trouble, because Mama Dozer may be small, but she'd be mighty, and she has a temper when she's out of it, apparently. So we were doing a little bit of redirecting for 10 hours or so, making sure she didn't get tangled up in her wires and all that good stuff. Thankfully, she didn't have a catheter, but I will say I've seen far more of my mother than I wanted to. That got old quick, but that's what it is. That's what happens sometimes. You can't control when you get really sick and you get infections and stuff like that. Especially for somebody who's a little bit more on the frail side, they can throw you off. They can throw you off quite a bit. So yeah, yeah. Yesterday really sucked. So I almost just chilled today. Hey, yep, Daff and Tut. Yep, we are already on that. I've got family members who are nurses, so they are aware of the things. One thing I didn't realize is that apparently with really strong antibiotics, apparently if you get enough of that for long enough, it can lead to renal failure, which would be just swell after these last 2 weeks. But she missed Thanksgiving. Hopefully, she doesn't miss Christmas. That would suck. But yeah, we're aware that C. diff can happen, so exactly, Donna. We thought UTI. She they compared it to her last urine sample from the last time she was there and said it was about the same. So see, we had over 60 people watching. Heck yeah, smash that like button, guys. It's there waiting for you. In the old days of Rumble, guys, the like button wasn't a thumbs up. In the old days, for the OGs here, the Rumble thumbs up used to be a plus sign. And we affectionately, playfully, seductively referred to it as the plussy. That's Plussy, not the other thing. Get your minds out of the gutter. And you could smash that plussy. You could pound the plussy. You could wreck the plussy with positivity. Now it's a thumbs up, and that's okay. That's okay. We'll take the thumbs up, y'all. We will. But I am here tonight for you, the people. Got to do it. We got to do it. Yeah, the C. diff thing. Hopefully that doesn't come up. But where is the like button? Oh my gosh, it is down below. If you look at the video, so if you have the video collapsed a little bit, down underneath the title. Actually, heck, if you're on, I'll just start sharing my screen. Let's show you right here. If you're on laptop, anyways, if you're on the app, you can just scroll down, move the video up, and then click the like button. But if you are on a laptop, well, looky there. There's me. Oh no. And the lovely chat is on the screen, layered over the other chat. It's chatception, y'all. But if you see here, there's me. There's the title. I forgot to capitalize A in about. I'm sorry about that. To my OCD. And right there, see that little thumbs up? It's over to the right of following. So, and the subscribe button right here, check that out. That's to be one of the elite killdozers in the dozer den. Nobody ever has to donate. Speaking of donate, LB Weaver coming in hot with a $3 Rumble rant. Thank you so much for the donation, sir. Let me stop sharing so I can pull it up. But yeah, that's where the like button is. $3. Trump can. Yes, he can. Because they gave him permission. The comment that he made with Billy Bush implied consent, everybody. Trump can grab any plussy, Plussy, and they don't mind. They just let you do it. They just let you grab him right by the pussy. Trump, not I. I didn't say that. I'm just quoting a president. Don't try to put that on me. I'm not the one who said it. I'm just here, hugging the American flag, being positive, nodding my head to everything Bill Dozer says. That's the best bobblehead ever, by the way. Yeah, foodborne illnesses suck. Yep, DLL Menders, pretty much. I believe the quote is when you have a lot of women, you can grab them by the well, there it is, and they don't mind. They just let you do it. Pretty much, pretty close. Nice to see you, DNL Manners. We had a great conversation over there on Cool Frog's stream the other day. By the way, check out Cool Frog here on Rumble. He streams quite a bit, far more than I. Good stuff, good conversations, a lot of topics covered, lengthy streams. He's a marathon streamer. I'll go ahead and say it. Nice folks, good times. What's up, Sliant? Thanks for joining. Thank you guys so much for donating. Much appreciated. Every little bit counts. Recently figured out that I could change over to a creator account so I can cash out anytime. So that is really good to know and good to have. I had no clue that it would actually let me do it, but hey, there it is. Mm. Guys, we're only 20 minutes into the stream. We have some topics to discuss tonight. Everybody's already talking about them. Everybody's already talking about them. But the drones, guys, the drones slash UFOs. You can't type going back to your nap. Rest well, rest well. Listen to my soothing, sultry voice. Hopefully, it gives you amazing dreams. You can think of my glorious hair. I had a woman at the hospital yesterday, one of the housekeepers. She's just staring at me and she goes, I just got to compliment you on your hair. She goes, you have gorgeous hair. She asked me to turn around to look at my hair. I was like, thank you, hon. That was so sweet. She's like, I wish my hair was thick and curly like that. Like, oh, if I could share the wealth of thick hair, I guess I would. But almost as almost as interesting as one time at that hospital, I was in the elevator because I used to work there as a patient sitter, watching confused patients and altered mental status patients, kind of like I was doing with my mom yesterday. Yay! Went into robot mode, did what needed to be done. But anyways, I was in the elevator with this woman, and I had my contacts in, and so I didn't have my glasses on, hiding my apparently gorgeous eyelashes. And this woman was to the side of me, random woman, random stranger in the elevator, and she just all of a sudden she goes, "I know women that would kill for your eyelashes." Weird way to say that to a random stranger in an elevator, but thank you. She's like, "You have pretty eyelashes." I was like, "Thank you, ma'am. I guess." No women that would kill for your eyelashes. Oh man, gosh. It's a little bit further back, Salt Dumpster. It is a little bit further back than it used to be. It's actually though, this hairline, this where it's at right now, it's where it's been since I was like 20. A little bit of a five head going on. I do have a little bit of a five head going on. It's all right. It's all right. Yep, Donna. Yep. Lady Dozer actually used to be a CNA. And so we yeah. I wasn't a CNA, but I was a sitter and you I I mean, I didn't clean up any butts or anything. Just made sure they didn't fall off the toilet. No. That was the good old days. College days. It was a good college job, patient sitting. But apparently, Trish, apparently these women in the hospital, they like me. They like me for my hair and my eyelashes. I didn't do it. I didn't do anything. I didn't ask for it. With great I told Lady Dozer yesterday, I said, as far as the hair is concerned, with great power comes great responsibility. Oh, not gonna lie, the other night I was being silly and my 9-year-old was it was her stay up night. She has a stay up night. And she was just chilling, reading on the couch, and I was being silly, and I got two ponytail holders, and I put my hair in pigtails, and she just laughed and laughed. She had I like making my kids laugh. She had a good time. So, oh well, thank you, Dame. Um, nice, Gene Bondano. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah, yeah, it's a thing. But yeah, yeah, things are hopefully on the upswing. She's like I said, Mama Dozer knows it's close to Christmas. Still not quite sure apparently what year it is yet, but she did know. I asked her who the president was, and she goes, she looked at me and she pointed. She was quiet for a second, and she goes, Donald Trump. I said, pretty much at this point. Close enough, Mom. You got it. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Takes all kinds of hair, Gene Mondano. All kinds of hair. Well, guys, we have some topics tonight. We do have some topics. Like I said, we're going to talk about the drones and UFOs. Um, like I said in the past stream, there's a lot of these that are pretty much just terrestrial craft that our people are getting. There's a bit of hysteria. There is a bit of hysteria going around. People shooting at the drones. That's a risky, risky move. If it's in a residential area, those bullets are gonna come down, and you're an ignorant ass for shooting up into the sky. It's like the people shooting up into the sky on New Year's Eve or on 4th of July in certain neighborhoods. Those bullets come back down, and sometimes they kill folks. So, if you're gonna do that, please be careful. Check out Lord of the Ree hitting it heavy again with another $2 rant. Let me pull it up here if my mouse will cooperate with me. Organ theft is a real problem. One of my friends lost a Hammond. Another lost a Wurlitzer. Indeed. Indeed, Lord of the Ree. It's a problem. It happens sometimes. It happens. Oh my gosh. What is Rumble Studio doing? There we go. We're good. We fixed it. Obi Weaver. Uh, Bill Obi Weaver says, Mom, who's the president? But then she starts cackling. I hear she's thinking of running for governor of California. Just perfect for her. California stand. And honestly, Kamala Harris is one of the reasons that California is in such a bad state, guys. She is part of the problem. She was one of the ones that pretty much legalized theft. She is the opposite of cutting off somebody's hand for stealing stuff. Kamala Harris legalized theft in California and locked up parents for kids that were sick. There was a zero tolerance policy for truancy, and yeah, I think it's Arrested by Harris or Arrested by Kamala.com. Great, great little documentary on the negative effects of a communist like Kamala Harris. That's what she is. She'd do well for California. They'd probably take her. Although she's just as unlikable as ever, she has her canned lines, her practiced quotes that she must throw out there. So now, if you've seen the clips, guys, if you've seen one, you've seen all the others, where she talks about going to holiday dinners, Christmas dinners, and when if they don't know how to cook, you got to bring your own food. All right, y'all know what I'm saying? G dog, yeah, you got to bring your own stuff, y'all. Fucking fake bitch. She's so fake. She can't be authentic. I think if she would have had a moment or two of authenticity in the campaign, she would have done better. But she is an empty shell. Vacuous, thy name is Kamala Harris. There's nothing to her. There is no substance to that woman. The fact that it was even close in some aspects is just infuriating, in my opinion. Oh yeah, Trish won. I'm aware. I'm aware. He spoke on him. We're gonna play it. We're gonna play the clip later. We've got some. We have a clip from a CEO of a company that manufactures drones as well for like the government, and he has a very reasoned and measured analysis of the whole issue, in my opinion. Um, Very concerning. Very concerning. I'm sure you guys have heard there's speculation that they are scanning for something, sniffing the ground for things, possible radiation. There may have been some radiation spikes here and there. I've got that bookmark somewhere. We'll scroll through and find it. Yeah, the Trump's impression is that we pretty much know what they are, but we're just not talking about it. Um, if it was somebody else, we would have already shot him down. He pretty much is saying the things that we've been saying, that it's probably ours. We know what they are. We can track them. It is what it is. So, DNL Minners, 1.5 billion, and she plans on running in 2028. She's up for it, apparently. Oh yeah, he had a whole press conference today, didn't he? Yeah, he was up there for an hour talking, and the media literally said, like nice to see you. That's how it started out. It's like, good to see you. What's up with these drones, right? Um, and it's cool to see somebody actually get down and dirty with the media and go back and forth and have those conversations. This administration, partially because the man's a potato, which is one of our topics tonight. After we discuss ABC and George Flopalopaguts, because he got bent over and plowed by President Trump, metaphorically, of course. They're gonna have to pay 15 million plus another million, I believe, for lawyer fees. So 16 million total to Trump and the Trump Library. Get fucked, ABC, you Dirty, defamatory bastards. It's really nice, guys. It's really nice to see the media being held to account. And no, this is not an attack on free speech. This is not an attack on the First Amendment. This is absolutely using the legal process to go after people for clearly defaming somebody, intentionally spreading falsehoods to harm the reputation of another. They have to be put in check. And it's nice to see it. It's nice to see it start at least. They may have settled before it actually went to depositions, but it's a good sign. It's a flicker of life and accountability for the media because they've gotten away with that stuff for far too long, in my opinion. Far too long. Speaking of whiskey. Ooh. Oh, Woodford has got a good bite to it. I'm gonna have to get another bottle of that. That's what I might have asked for Christmas. Put this nice bottle in the stocking. This is a good stocking stuffer. Could fill it up. I do like them. I do like that whiskey. It's good sipping whiskey. It's good if you have a cigar. But I'm a broke bitch right now, so I don't have a cigar. Oh man. I got bills, them multiplying. Oh, the truth shall set us free. Absolutely, getting dozered. Absolutely. Hey, I got a big stocking. Right now, my stocking currently has only one thing in it, and it is my beardaments, guys. I have beardaments. They're ornaments for your beard. They got little claw thingies that clip into your beard. And every Christmas for the past like 10 years, I have worn the beardaments all day for Christmas Day, for Christmas parties. Even not on Christmas, it's I get downright festive. I had a woman stop and want to take a picture of me who was visiting from like Pennsylvania or something like that, or somewhere up north. And she's like, "Oh my god, I love that. Can I take a picture?" All right, sure. You think it's gay, Lord of the Ree? Fuck you. I like my beardaments, damn it. I wear them proudly. Angel's Envy. I've never tried Angel's Envy, but I've heard it's delicious. You know, guys, one thing that we could really use for those of you who used to watch Ricada Law, maybe he'll come back at some point. I think one thing that would be awesome is if he got on a stream or something, or at least did a stream and then did a toast to Jeff Legal Vices. He did some amazing toasts. Ricada had some excellent, sincere, eloquent, fantastic toasts that he would give. So that'd be really cool to see that at some point. Who knows? Put some pressure on the nose, guys. Put some pressure on the nose. Tell him what he needs to do. Trish, someone please buy this man a cigar. Venmo in the Cash App. Thanks, Trish. You got my back. Appreciate you. The third topic after ABC News getting bent over a barrel, we are going to discuss some interesting stuff from a National Security Council advisor or former National Security Council advisor, O'Keefe Media Group, James O'Keefe. He has the scoop, guys. He has the undercover stuff. I think it's another gay man. They tend to talk. The gays like to be chatterboxes. And James O'Keefe takes advantage of this quite well. Quite well. I appreciate it. Interesting quote from the guy. Apparently, Biden's dead. Metaphorically. Metaphorically. He's pretty much like barely can get a sentence out according to this guy. So we've got a clip from O'Keefe Media Group, the undercover video, where they bait these poor, trusting gay men into spilling their guts for some reason to either James O'Keefe or someone else that he has with a hidden camera. It's good to see. It's good to see. It's good to see it still works. Oh my goodness. Oh, I forgot to share this out on X. My apologies. Oh crap, we just got an update from Mercado Law. Shoot, on locals. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday, Nose Pope. Fucker. He did a good one. We might read you know what? I'm gonna pull up locals. We're gonna pull this up and read through this because he's got a little bit of a we're gonna pull this up. Because even though it may not be a toast, it's like he heard us talking. Damn it! Are you watching, Ricada? No, probably not. But let me pull this up. We'll pull this up real quick. I don't know if I'm gonna have to log in or not. Ah, there it is. What? It's gonna make me log in. Gosh darn it. Well, hey, that was quick. Logging in with Rumble. Just a second here, guys. All right, let me find it. Let me find it. Bear with me here. Since we were talking Jeff, let's pull up Ricada's Law, a little Ricada Law's little tribute, I guess we could say. Oh, it's a big one. Damn. Um, for Jeff, why not? Well, apparently it's his birthday today, so he had a decent. I mean, well, it sucks that he gets that news that one of the solid one of the real ones in LawTube um died. That sucks. Yeah, he's probably sleeping, but yeah, his nose tingles when people talk about him. But let's pull up this little tribute here, little birthday announcement, and I guess he's got a little bit of a update from Ricada Law to those of you who watch Ricada or used to. He'll be back at some point probably. Let me see. Let me see. Let's pull it up. All right. From Ricada Law. Hello, friends. Today is my birthday. I cannot even begin in this post to explain all of the weight that statement carries this year. Been through a lot. Much of it my fault. Accountability. There you go, Nose Pope. Of course. But it really kind of started on my birthday. The previous birthday was also significant in a completely different way. Today is, hopefully, a bookend on an absolutely wild, elating, and eventually horrifying endeavor. I see it as an anchor point to launch myself towards whatever me, quote unquote, is next as I face significant changes and things I took for granted. With that, I intended to stream tonight, but I believe prudence suggests I should postpone the stream for a day or two. It's fair. By now, many, if not all, of you should be aware that my friend Jeff, otherwise known as Legal Vices, died suddenly yesterday. This news hit me like a sledgehammer, and I don't think a birthday stream is appropriate in the face of such loss. That's fair. By all accounts, I know and have experienced, Jeff was a good man. He was a friend to me from the day I met him right up to the end. I already miss him tremendously. Please keep his son, his family, and his friends in your prayers as they process the profound loss of a man who could never be a background character. The Walrus, because he had the mustache and he was a lawyer. So, what's up, Castro? Good to see you. I will stream sometime in the next couple of days. I have a settlement conference tomorrow, and it's possible the end of all this bullshit will be in sight. In the meanwhile, life persists as it's at its relentless pace, as Lady Reckitt and I watch our children continually. mm, I guess that works. Excel at their endeavors and blow us away with their intelligence, maturity, and compassion for others. Circumstances have me in an unforgiving schedule that I am looking to adjust as some interesting trials start early next year. Hey, trial streams again. Hell yeah. People have been asking me to return to my trial coverage for a while. Without getting too far into it, let's just say circumstances had prevented me from having daytime availability for some time. Well, yeah, I know. Uh, just playing, just playing. As I rectify that and chart a new path, I think you'll be surprised by what is coming very soon. I only hope that you enjoy it. I will see you all on stream the next couple of days. Peace to you all, and thank you for your support. Nick. Oh, gave it a heart. There you go. There's a update from the Nose Pope. To those of you who don't like him, to each their own. He's a bit of a fag at times. I understand. Exactly, Castro. Pretty much F for Jeff. Yes. Exactly. Exactly. Yep. He seemed like a decent guy, you know. And the thing is, we don't know him as people who watch, content creators on the internet. We don't really know these individuals in depth. I mean, I guess you kind of get to develop a bit of a parasocial relationship with people, and that is, the nature of things. But you never really know all the nitty gritty, all the details. But every time that I saw the guy on stream, him and Aussie Overlaw doing their Lego streams, or I think was he on with Sargon? No, no, that was another one. But just seemed like a decent fella. Rest in peace, man. Sucks that you're dead. You never want that shit to happen, for sure. But redemption arcs happen. Yep. Yes. Yes, he is. Things are on the upswing, though. Things are on the upswing for him. I think got his kids back. There was a bunch of stuff that went on with that. Robert Barnes had a really interesting and seems to be accurate interpretation of certain test results. Freaking ain't no way a damn little kid's got enough freaking cocaine in their system to be indicative of somebody who's been using cocaine excessively for the past like months. There's no way. Absolutely a false freaking positive. But whatever. Seems like he's actually trying to fix things, which I appreciate. And so I'll be there if I'll be there watching when he's back on. So we'll see. He got a little bit of that rock star life there for a second there, Gene Mondano. A little bit. Got that fast car. Apparently a good little stash. Went through the steps though. I don't know if it's actually the 12-step program, but he went through some steps to hopefully get that rectified. And I'm a believer in people finding. First of all, one thing I'm a real big believer in is innocent until proven guilty. That's what it seems like a lot of people, especially in the law tube sphere, got really fucking shitty. And that's their prerogative. They're going to grift the way they grift, and that's fine. And nobody ever has to. Yes, Nick can be a fag, but I don't know. I like his stuff, so I would rather him see himself get back to good form for sure, though. But all right, let's see. Let's see here. Team man, no, I like the rockstar life, but it's too temporary. It is it can fizzle out. It can be quite like a bottle rocket instead of a nice grand finale. That's for sure. That's for sure. Oh, what was it? Nikki Six, that whole song about the alive or whatever it is. Didn't he like walk in on his own funeral or something like that, or people planning his funeral because they thought he was dead? People can get there, and you don't realize it. Apparently, I've never been to that point. Hopefully, never will get to that point. I don't anticipate that ever happening, but people with addiction they get stuck up in that stuff, and it sneaks up on you if you're not paying attention. Oh, interesting, Trish one. The United Healthcare CEOs hired P Diddy's wife for a lawyer. Interesting. Good to see a Swift Fox Mark II. Wonder how many people in the law tube sphere are doing. It's a good point. It's a good point. Some people throw stones in glass houses, and that happens. I ain't perfect. Nobody is. People fuck up, guys. It happens. I fucked up quite a bit in my life. You get up and you keep rolling though, and like I've said before, like I say all the time, guys, you know what? Life may be a shit sandwich at times, but we aim to make it as palatable as possible here in the Dozer Den. That was a tangent, wasn't it, y'all? Didn't expect to have that little update there, but yeah, good to see. Good to see him do a little nice comments for Jeff there. Oh my God, it is so excellent. When he goes on his rants, like if you guys think I have decent rants, if you haven't ever seen a good old nose pope rant, just chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. Nobody can articulate freedom and hate for government like rackets. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, we get deep here. We get deep here. It happens. While we're talking about getting deep, guys, don't you forget to smash that like button, aka the plussy. Pound the plussy. Drive it deep to the plussy. Plussy. Get your minds out of the gutter, pervs. Don't know what to do with y'all. Don't know what to do with y'all. You know what I would like to do, though? I'd like to take a minute to talk to you about Rumble Premium, first sponsor of the show tonight. This sponsorship is from Rumble, one that is incredibly important to the survival of the company. When Rumble first started in 2013, they built a platform for the small creator, like me. They didn't censor or have biases. They were fair and treated all creators equally. No one thought platforms would censor political conversation or censor opinions on COVID, but they did. Facebook admitted they failed to pressure from the Biden and Harris administration. Rumble did not. That was really loud. My bad. They held the line. They are attacked daily for giving us, creators, a voice to talk to you. They are attacked in corporate media. They are attacked by governments like France and Brazil and Russia. They are attacked from brand advertisers who refuse to work with them. Corporate America is fighting to remove speech, while Rumble is fighting to keep it. Rumble won't survive with brand advertisers alone. They really don't get much. Watching this show here on Rumble and from other creators as well is the most they can ask from you. But if you really believe in this fight and if you have the means, guys, that is extremely important. If you have the means, don't ever put yourself out for Rumble Premium or to support creators with Rumble Rants, Venmo, whatever. If you have the means, then a major way that you can help Rumble survive is by joining Rumble Premium. Join the community that believes in the First Amendment and believes in our human right to free speech. Rumble is offering $10 off, guys. What a deal. With the promo code STUDIO, that's STUDIO. When you purchase an annual subscription, go to rumble.com/premium and use promo code STUDIO. Like I said, if you have the means and believe in the cause, now is the time to join Rumble Premium. If you don't have the means, well, you know what? I'm just happy that you are here watching the channel. Comment in the comments section, sharing the stream out, clicking that little repost button. All the things, all the things. Thank you guys so much for watching here on Rumble. And on X. Speaking of, I should probably share out that damn thing on X. Oh, okay. Okay. Trish, thank you for clarifying. Luigi Mandione hired P. Diddy's wife for his lawyer. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate that. Let me actually do what I said I was going to do and not squirrel, guys. We have a tendency to squirrel here in the Dozer Den. It happens. It happens. Keeps things interesting, right? Let me see it. Let me see it. Let me find it here. Oh, we're down to 2801. We were at 2811. One day we will creep up there to 5,000. I bet you we're going to get there at some point. Guys, we're at 478, I think. 478 followers here on Rumble. If you have not created a Rumble account yet, what the hell are you doing? Go ahead and make an account. It takes 5 minutes, if that. It's decent here. The water is warm here on Rumble. Create an account. Show your support for a free speech platform. Mix it up in the comments. Mix it up in the live chats. Have a good time. Enjoy the emotes. They're here. There are general emotes and subscriber-only emotes. 2 tiers. 2 tiers. Have fun with them. Have a good time. Mix it up and have some fun. That's what we're here for. Gene Bondano. I consider Taylor Taylor Lorenz crying ass. 87-year-old Taylor Lorenz. Exactly. Exactly. Let's go ahead and share this out on X. It's not like we've been streaming for 48 minutes or anything like that. Oh, let's get it out to the people. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Live in the Dozer Den. Bam. Pinning it to the top. Let's hope X will actually keep the window open a little bit longer than last time. Stream before last left it open for a few days. Got like 700 or 800 views there. Last stream, they closed it after a couple hours. 100 views on the video. I don't understand the ways of X. Just like I don't understand how sometimes I'll get a comment on a post that gets 300,000 views. I don't know how these things work. I'm just stumbling along through the internet. Hopefully you guys are having a good time stumbling along with me. All right, it is up. It is up. All right. So P. Diddy's lawyer has a wife that is also a lawyer. P. Diddy's lawyer has a wife that's also a lawyer. The husband is P. Diddy's lawyer, and his wife is Luigi Mangione. Okay, so P. Diddy's lawyer's wife, who happens to be a lawyer, is Mangione's lawyer. We got it figured out eventually, Trish. We got it figured out eventually. Good job. You got there. What is YouTube? YouTube is for gays. Yes. But if you're there on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Every now and then we get people watching over there on YouTube, and I appreciate you. Wherever you may choose to watch, guys, while the venues are there for expression, we're going to take advantage of them. I thought about, does BitChute allow live streaming? I do have a BitChute account. I don't post there. I probably should though. Honestly, BitChute's really really big into free speech as well. I should start posting there again, or at least maybe clipping. That's something that I need to start doing. I need to start clipping these live streams. Maybe some segments, some rants. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Yeah, it was a rough weekend for me too, Trish. Do you ever get your plumbing stuff figured out? Hope you did. Oh man, LB, what the heck? Say that McDonald's employee, he got what? So the McDonald's employee who was axed for trying to turn in Mangione for the reward got the axe, was denied the reward. It's because apparently that she didn't use the tip line. That is some dirty shit. I hope that somebody starts a give send go for that individual because she deserved the reward. She's the reason that it happened. I guess the mom kind of mentioned it too, but that McDonald's worker was the one who was integral in catching the guy, so it would make sense, right? It would make sense. All right. 30,000 foot overview of it. I would consider him a problem user. There's a difference between somebody who is completely and utterly addicted to a substance and somebody who is a problem user. There are people that when they drink, they are terrors. They start fights, they get crazy, they go nuts. But they don't need the drink. They don't have to drink all the time. It just so happens that when they do drink or when they do use the substance that is their substance of choice, they tend to be shitty or do shitty things or do stupid things or do things that are detrimental to their overall success as a human being. Doesn't mean they need this substance every day. It's just something that when they do use it, it's a bad time for them and those around them. Problem user versus addict. I've done a little bit of work with that. Used to run some groups, but I don't know. I'm just here on the internet. I don't know what goes on in people's lives, so that's just my brief analysis. What's up, Mr. Scott Awesome? Fed. That's right. I did the accusation first, Mr. Scott Awesome. How you feel about that? Hope you like it. Castro, my God. There he is, Scott Awesome with the hello, fellow feds. Fed boy is asshole. It's very true. It's very true. Guys, we're about an hour into this stream. Doing a little bit of rambling, guys. I'm a rambling man tonight. I'm a rambling man. Thank you guys so much for the Rumble rants that I've gotten so far. And thank you for joining me tonight. Definitely appreciate you taking time out of your evening to hang out with little old me. Don't forget to hit that like button, guys. It's very important. Very important. And the repost is over on laptop, or I guess browser. It's over to the right of the like button. On the app, it's to the left of chat, left of live chat. So repost button's there for people who follow you. They will see you when you do it. Yeah, I got you. Got you, Mr. Scott. Awesome. Let's see. Patriot Front. Patriot Front are extinct. Absolutely. I agree. I mean, maybe some of them are. And some people defend Patriot Front. And they scream Fed boy. Maybe they aren't. Maybe they're just guys that are in shape that are a little bit weird and a little bit uptight and then just happen to be allowed to do whatever they want. Whereas regular looking folks like Proud Boys end up getting, infiltrated and assaulted by our government. We got a massy minute today, guys. We got a massy minute. After we talk about the last topic, the Expansive list of pardons from Biden. Um, we do have a Massey minute of him grilling Merrick Garland about the sixth, so that's what we got lined up for that. But the pardons, guys, Biden has pardoned some truly horrific individuals, and one of the individuals is going to be the particular subject of my ire tonight. The Kids for Cash judge. I've worked with kids in a juvenile setting, youth adjudicated delinquent, one might say, and the fact that there was a judge who was taking money from these juvenile detention facilities. I forgot what state, I think it was California. The fact that there was a judge that was doing that to these kids, he deserves to be placed upon a spike slowly, slowly. And the due process already happened, so that should have been the punishment. But no, Biden commuted his sentence because Biden's fucking garbage. Biden probably got paid by somebody or was doing some back scratching for this guy. That guy should have continued to be in prison. He shouldn't have been in prison in the first place. In my opinion, he should have been slowly lowered onto spikes. Knees should have been up by the shoulders, slowly placed above the spike, and then slowly lowered onto the spike for doing what he did to children. That ruins kids' lives sometimes. If they didn't do something that was really warranted, that warranted that type of a consequence, sometimes when kids go into those facilities, they learn a bunch of stuff that they shouldn't have. And the ones that I, was have experience with was more focused on treatment instead of correction. So hopefully the kids actually learn something. And I think about 65 to 70% of the kids probably did. Because you help them. You help them learn to not be shitbags. Help them try to deal with the crap situation that they might have and not continue to break the law. That was the goal anyways. And sounds like these were more juvenile, like essentially kiddie jail. Paying this judge to slap these kids with sentences that um there was another one, LB Weaver. There was another one that a Chinese individual who had 47,000 images of child material on his computer. Thank you for the $3 Rumble rant, by the way. Said the guy who was pardoned, he was a chomo. Well, one of them was, yes. Well, I guess they don't have actual evidence that he was offending on kids, but he sure had the precursor to it if he wasn't already doing it. And here's the thing: if you're participating in that material, if you're buying that material, you're contributing to it, and by default, yeah, you are. You are. You're one. Even if you didn't actually touch a kid, you're watching the material that kids got hurt. So you are absolutely in the same damn vein, in my opinion. And you deserve scaphism, aka the boats. One of my favorite ways to end the people who hurt kids in that particular type of way. Might talk about that in detail later when we get to that judge. But that is the fourth topic. And we will get to it, guys. We're going to get to our topics tonight. We are an hour in, but it's happening. It's happening. Thank you guys so much for the support, by the way. I sincerely appreciate it. LB Weaver, I completely agree. I completely agree. That tells you Joe Biden, I mean, with all the sniffing kids and the groping kids, it kind of makes sense that he would pardon a chomo, right? Makes sense. Makes sense that he would pardon commute the sentence of a chomo and commute the sentence of a judge who was selling children rather. Absolutely horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. 1,500 or so pardons. I think I've got some bookmarks here when we get to that topic about the sheer number of pardons or commutations that a president has. And Biden, I think, broke records. Not everybody, not everybody who has been met with a sentence is undeserving of the sentence. Sometimes they're deserving of much more. Like some of the people that Biden commuted their sentence. They deserved way more punishment. That's just me, though. That's just me. Cheddar Steve! Nice to see you, bud. Did I ever watch the show Dragnet? No, I didn't. I did not. See, we have over 60 people watching currently on Rumble. Guys, don't you dare forget to smash that like button. It's the right thing to do, guys. Hit that thumbs up. I see we have 25. Didn't mean to get that playing. If you heard that, my apologies. But Elliot Penis. Ah, that's funny. Um, how about that guy Elliot P. Ness, huh? P. Dot Ness. Good stuff. Good stuff. Let's go ahead and get into the first topic today, though. Only an hour in, almost. We got 5 seconds. Like harder, bigots. Do it to it, Laws. Smash the like button. It is what you need. Let's do the kills to get the girls. Azra, azra. We're going to talk about drones for a little bit, guys. We're going to talk about drones. We have a video of a feller. Of a feller. If you guys didn't see my thumbnail, I'm pulling it up because Grok knocked it out of the park with this thumbnail. This is great. I love this. If this doesn't make you get a little chuckle, you don't have a sense of humor, damn it. It's Biden with a UFO flying overhead. And it's perfect. I don't know why the cherry blossoms are there, but I'll take them. I'll take them. It's glorious. Oh, Grok is fun. It's fun. I enjoy playing around with Grok for my thumbnails. Oh, yeah, definitely. Check out the Discord, by the way, guys. Trish putting the link up there in the chat. Bam. It's a good time there. It's a good time there. We will win. Absolutely, Cheddar Steve. Scuba Steve. But anyways, let's go ahead and pull some stuff up here. Let me get where I need to go. Get over to the good old bookmarks. Check my notes. Yeah. A lot of the creators that I follow and watch, they definitely were affected by Jeff's loss. So they were much they actually, to everybody, the way I like to do it, the way I've been approaching when people lose somebody that's close to them is I am definitely sorry that you're going through that, and I hope that you can remember the good times that you had with that individual. That's I know if you, that's what I would want, and that's what I try to do in those situations. When I lose somebody close, I try to really focus. Yeah, you're gonna be sad and it's gonna hurt, but you focus on the good times that you had with that individual, and you try to think of the happy times and when they weren't maybe very unhealthy or sickly and stuff like that. So celebrate their life. Yes, you mourn, but I think it's a good thing to a good perspective to take is to celebrate the happy times to the extent that you can when you're in mourning. So that's the energy that I try to put out there for people that are going through loss. So that's just me though. Everybody does their own thing. Everybody does their own thing. Speaking of own thing, let's talk about some drones. The hysteria, it grows by the day, guys. By the day, the hysteria grows. There are some legit concerns though. Let me make sure. Let me get my ears on. I don't hear stuff playing in the background. Oh, we've got some clips that we might play at the end after the Massey Minute that's honestly just fun stuff. But let me see. Get to my drone stuff. Ooh, and we have a interesting perspective from Mayorkas, DHS secretary, impeached and should have been fully impeached and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law for the horrendous things that he's been doing in the position of power that he is in. Mayorkas is not a good man. Mayorkas should face consequences for what he is doing. That's what I would like. But, sometimes it doesn't happen. All right, so let's pull up real quick. Everyone's seen the drone footage. I thought about playing some of a redacted video, but it's like 38 minutes and we don't have the time for that today, y'all. But we've got the CEO of a drone manufacturing company that has government contracts, or at least that's what he's saying, and he has a big fancy drone behind him. We're going to listen to his perspective here because I think this is one of the most measured and thoughtful, and the guy has some knowledge of the subject matter. So I think it's a good idea to go ahead and listen to what this guy has to say. Real quick though, another $3 Rumble rant. Thank you so much, LB Weaver. Sincerely, I appreciate the support, sir. Put it up here. Yeah. LB Weaver says, I've been mourning my brother for this whole year, nearly. He died of esophageal cancer on February 29th. LB Weaver, I'm sincerely sorry for your loss. I cannot imagine losing a brother. I've got four of them. Um, and we got close once with my oldest brother. He works construction, and he fell through a second floor, fell through the floor on the second story, and then everything came down on top of him, and he ended up with a traumatic brain injury. Thankfully, he's pretty much a little off balance at times, gets a little bit fired up at times, but he's mostly okay. He's fine. He's fine. He pretty much made a full recovery, but he was close for a second there. It was touch and go. We didn't. I remember seeing him in the hospital with the tube. For the brain, I call it the brain drain. It's literally what it is. It's a drain for the excess fluid and the pressure to help alleviate some of that, so the brain damage doesn't increase. So LB Weaver, I'm sorry for your loss, man. That sucks, dude. Yeah, he got lucky. Someone was looking out for him, in my opinion. But let's Lord of the Rings, gay Orcus. I agree. We got serious and then we got playful. Guys, it's a roller coaster here. It's a roller coaster of emotions tonight. Oh man. Yep. Yep. Loss sucks. Loss sucks, but it's part of life. It's part of life. And we move on. We roll on through it. Because you know what? The people that we lost, they would not want us to sit there and stop, would they? No siree. Let's pull this guy up here. I think this guy has some good thoughts. Let's listen.
Hey everyone, my name is John Ferguson. I'm the CEO of Saxon Aerospace here in Wichita, Kansas. I'm not normally a TikTok kind of a guy. I like watching this stuff every once in a while. But I'm a manufacturer of unmanned aircraft, military grade unmanned aircraft, as you can see one of my systems here. There's all of these mysterious drones going on off the East Coast, and as a professional, as a subject matter expert, I wanted to give you all my opinion on what I think could be going on with these drones. I don't particularly believe that these have a nefarious intent. I could be wrong, but I want to give you the truth and what I believe. It's my own opinion, and I've not bounced this off of anybody. So, if you think it's bullshit, whatever, that's cool. I don't want to spread misinformation, as we know that
I like this guy. He's just a normal guy that got on the internet and had something to say. I like it.
there's a lot of that going around. But anyway, back in the 1980s, Ronald Reagan had dismantled the nuclear program, and there were, with Russia, there were countless nuclear missiles that were disarmed and disposed of. Well, there were over 80, I believe. There were over 80 nuclear warheads that were in Ukraine that came up missing. Okay. We don't know where they are. Maybe somebody does, but nobody really knows where these are. And I speak with some
80 nuclear warheads that were in Ukraine, and we don't know where they are. That's comforting, isn't it?
pretty high level government officials on this stuff. And it seems as though that is the case. So I spoke to a gentleman a few months ago who was trying to raise an alarm to the highest levels of our government, which they had their ears closed, about this one particular nuclear warhead that he physically put his hands on. He physically touched this warhead that was left over from Ukraine. And he knew that that thing was headed towards the United States. Okay. That is a very serious deal. And everyone knows that the United States government, this administration, is pushing to get into a war with Russia. We all know that. We all feel it. We all see it. Okay. Well, back up a few years. Do y'all remember when those drones were mysteriously flying across the Interstate 70 corridor from Colorado up into Nebraska, down here into Kansas, and out into Missouri? Well, it was believed that those drones were looking for radioactive material because there had been some material that come up missing here in the United States, and they felt like it was uh, high probability that the nuclear or the radioactive material would be taken along the Interstate 70 corridor heading east or west or south. So, from what we understand, they were out there trying to find this radioactive material. Now, drones, they have no reason to be in the air at night unless you're doing some type of
Very important point here.
ISR work, intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance, looking for bad guys or looking for uh, um, a victim, a search and rescue victim, or law enforcement, or some type of military um, project, right? There's no reason for a drone to be flying at night, really. Okay. Because they don't see shit. So, unless you have thermal optics, drones really don't see stuff. You need to do mapping during the day. If you're going to do farming stuff, mostly do it during the day. The only reason why you would ever fly an aircraft, an unmanned aircraft at night, is if you're looking for something, whether it be a person or trying to smell gas. We have methane gas detection systems uh, that can detect gas leaks in pipelines. You really wouldn't use thermal optics for trying to find gas leaks, just simply because the only way you're actually going to find a gas leak with thermal optics is if the gas leak is aggressive enough that it has a difference in temperature, because thermal imaging, it creates a digital image based off of the temperature variance. So whatever is different in temperature, it creates an image. Usually gas leaks so slow that it goes quickly into ambient before you can even see it. So we have special sensors that can detect gas leaks. We also have special sensors that can detect radioactive material. So um, with this gentleman that I had spoken with, who was trying to raise the alarm to try to get somebody in the government to say, hey, we need to work together to go try to find this nuclear warhead, none of that ever happened. They knew that warhead was on its way to the United States. That's all that ever came of it. Nothing ever happened. This government did not do anything at all to help this gentleman raise the alarm and raise awareness that there is a very uh, deadly weapon on its way to the United States. It's out there. Nobody knows where it's at now. It left Europe. Now it's gone. So my own guess, is that these drones are not nefarious in intent. If they are, they are, but I doubt it. But if they are drones, the only reason why they would be flying and flying that low is because they're trying to smell something on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. There's no other reason for a drone to be flying in the air other than to piss a bunch of people off at night. That's it. So, my belief is they're trying to smell something on the ground, gas leaks, radioactive material, whatever. So, and do I think that they're coming up out of the ocean? No, I don't think so. Uh, Drones that are multi-copter type drones, not the fixed wing aircraft that look like regular airplanes, but the multi-copters, they only have so much battery life. They have hybrid versions that are gas powered with electric, but those can still only fly for a short period of time. There's no way in hell that any drone is going to go miles off the coast as a multicopter and fly into the interior of the United States and do a bunch of work and then turn around and fly back. It's just physics will not allow that to happen. So these drones, I believe, are launched from a location that nobody knows, but I do believe that they're flying low enough that they're just trying to sniff the ground and try to find something. So again, uh, I hate to be a pessimist or a guy that thinks, directly to the negative. However, I do, I know as a professional, I mean, we build professional stuff for the military. I believe that they're actually
Some of them sure do appear to be doing that, Gene Mondano. Some of them sure do. Yep. And yeah, it's our tech. They wouldn't they wouldn't be letting it sit there. We got a clip from Trump we're going to pull up here in a second.
out there trying to smell something that's very important. So anyway, let me know what you think of this video. I'm not trying to gaslight. I'm not trying to scare people. I'm just trying to let people know that this is a serious deal. Um, it's only serious for what the potential could be, or for what the potential is. You know, there's a lot of them out there. They're flying all over. They're flying low. They're flying at night. There's no reason for it other than to smell something. So anyway, God bless. I hope you all have a wonderful Merry Christmas, and let me know what you think of the video. Thank you.
Very interesting perspective, and one of the most measured perspectives that I've heard so far. Had to get my tinfoil hat on for a minute because it's necessary nowadays, guys. It's necessary. This tinfoil hat, it will protect me from all the nonsense, all the waves from the alien overlords that are definitely not up in the sky in New Jersey right now. Sincerely doubt that there are aliens in New Jersey, but there are some fuckery afoot. Fuckery is afoot, guys. Gotta be aware. We gotta be aware. Yeah. Let's find the Trump clip here. And we actually, right after that, I Kyle Becker actually posted this. We had some radiation spikes in New York and New Jersey metro detected amid the mysterious drone sightings. So actually, I'm going to pull that up real quick. Oh, he's got a Substack, I guess. Oh, I am not going to be able to. I don't have Substack. I know it's relentless. Well, Kyle Becker, I'm not paying for your thing, dude. I'm broke. So, um, thanks for mentioning that there were radiation spikes. At least we got the title out of the way. Authorities are urged to investigate the source of these elevated readings and assess potential risks to the population in these areas. Significant radiation spikes detected in the New York and New Jersey metro areas amid a spate of mysterious drone sightings. I haven't seen that word in a while. It's a good word, spate. What did we have next, though? Let's see. I think we're up towards the top. Let me get it. Let me get it. Bear with me. Okay, here we go. Here's the God Emperor himself, Orange Man, the Cheeto dictator, as the left might like to call him. LB Weaver, you just no thanks. You'd rather just ignore everything around you. Come on, man. This will help. This will help. It's the tinfoil hat, the cloak. It gives you. It's like the cloak of invisibility in Harry Potter, but for the aliens in the government when they're trying to beam those thoughts into your head, guys. State of craft was not moving in random directions at high rates of speed. About 15 years ago, and I saw one craft above Lake Michigan move slow with zero sound, different lights, and moved effortlessly. Interesting, Gene Mondeno. This is interesting for me, okay? Because I actually saw like 2 months ago here in Southeast Missouri. It was about 2 o'clock in the morning because I'm never developed an adult circadian rhythm and I stay up late. I was out on my back porch and first of all saw a regular like tiny meteorite, right? Just a little flash, get the greenish bluish flash. Shortly after that, I saw a huge comet, meteor, whatever, big enough to light it up and leave a trail behind it, and like you could see the initial part, and like the trail was lit up and it stayed there for a second. And I looked at it and I was just like, wow. And then I look over to my right and I see three like the lights that some of these videos are showing, not the ones that have navigation and are clearly terrestrial, but some of these orbs, let's just go ahead and say that's what they are, pulsating. They were in triangle formation, so point, point, point. These kind of soft, almost like an incandescent kind of look to them. Fixed in a triangle formation, kind of buzzing around underneath the clouds above the tree line. So they were low. They were low, not quite to the tree line. They were still up at the clouds, and they were kind of like dancing in and out of the clouds. And it was moving around, and then it was rotating every now and then. And the lights would increase in intensity, and then they would decrease in intensity. And sometimes one would increase, and then another one would increase, and then they would kind of like alternate as far as the light is concerned. And I guess the simple explanation was, I guess, could be drones, but I really don't know anybody around here who is flying drones at 2:30 in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, very very interesting, and it's just cool that now you're seeing videos of stuff like that, and I don't know, I don't know. You believe me, Gene Mondano? Well, thank you. I wouldn't lie about it. Like it actually happened. I've always wanted to see something like that and never have. So it was really cool to actually see something that I honestly can't tell you for sure what the hell it was. So technically, that is a UFO. And I saw one. I saw about 2 weeks later. I saw one orb. It wasn't three. It was just one, and it was out there for a few minutes. Just kind of every now and then it would fade, intensify, then decrease, and it was kind of buzzing around in the clouds, and then it just kind of disappeared. Um, I don't know. I don't know. Breathing LEDs. Interesting. Trump willing to do a press conference. Nobody else is. Yeah, that's right, Castro, because he is one that actually he's one that actually gives a damn and wants to talk to the people and actually believes in the press. He's going to criticize the hell out of them, though, whenever they are assholes, which they frequently are. This from Styx Hexenhammer. If the drones are blown out of the sky on January 20th, we'll know they are foreign. Otherwise, we can probably expect a briefing then on some domestic defense program. That's the vibe I'm getting. Let's go ahead and listen to good old Trump.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Can you comment on the drones that are flying around New Jersey ports? It seems like the American people have a big disconnect.
The government knows what is happening.
E.T., if you come down and you try to mess with us, I'm going to put that finger, I'm going to take it, and I'm going to snap that finger off. That glowy finger, I don't know where that finger's been, E.T., but I don't want any part of your weird finger, E.T. Get out of here, E.T.
Look, our military knows where they took off from. If it's a garage, they can go right into that garage. They know where it came from and where it went. And for some reason, they don't want to comment. And I think they'd be better off saying what it is. Our military knows and our president knows. And for some reason, they want to keep people in suspense. I can't imagine it's the enemy, because if it was the enemy, they'd blast it out. Even if they were late, they'd blast it. Something strange is going on. For some reason, they don't want to tell the people. And they should, because the people are really, I mean, they happen to be over Bedminster.
You
Want to
shoot
know
them
the
down?
truth.
Why?
They're very close to Bedminster. I think maybe I won't spend the weekend in Bedminster.
Good call, Trump.
I've decided to cancel my trip.
Have you received an intelligence briefing on the drones?
I don't want to comment on that.
Have you been
Do you have
getting
any- do you have any
regular
reason to-
intelligence?
That means yes. That means yes.
think they're
And that was the end of that. And then, guys, here's the other thing. Here's the other thing. Wonder how much Ukraine money is attached to the new drones. It's a good question there. Good question there, Castro. Who knows? Who knows? Probably a little bit. Let me find the other clip here real quick. So the response that we're seeing from some government officials is quite telling, in my opinion. You have Mayorkas, or Gayorkas, as I think Lord of the Ree called him earlier, said that he was on CNN, I think, and he was breathlessly expressing how they really need more funding and more authority when it comes to this type of thing. That's that's a little bit interesting, isn't it? That we would see this and it would get people stirred up into a panic, and then oh no, we need more authority. We need more ability to be able to just go ahead and do what we want. Let's see a little bit. It was on CNN with Wolf Blitzer. Let's see what he Wolf. Let's see what Mayorkas has to say here. This guy's a piece of garbage, in my opinion, and I think should be prosecuted for his crimes against humanity, especially children. 330,000 missing kids, just that we know about. Sure, missing, quote unquote.
Trump, he just called on the Biden administration for you guys to either release any information it has about these mysterious.
What's up, JJR? Good to see you. Made it to break time. Thanks, Bill, for keeping me infotained. Follow Dozer Dinners. Are we not infotained? Are we not infotained? Hopefully you are. Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate everybody hanging out with me tonight. Don't forget to smash that like button, comment in the comment section, share the stream out, hit that repost button on Rumble. Let's get some more eyes on this show, guys. Apparently I'm doing something that some folks like, so I'm going to keep rolling with it. Hopefully you guys continue to enjoy what I'm doing here, and I hope to continue to earn your views.
Drone sightings or shoot the drones out of the sky. How do you respond to the president-elect?
Well, first of all, the statements I've made already are the principal message that I want to communicate to the American public. We haven't seen anything unusual. We know of no threat. Secondly, we have gone to Congress repeat.
How can you say we don't know what this is, but we don't think it's a threat? The fact that you don't know what it is in itself a threat. If you have an unknown, that is dangerous. So I think he's lying. I think we absolutely know what most of these are. I think there might be some that we don't. You know, whenever back in the day when we were starting the nuclear tests, a lot of UFOs showed up around those places and maybe zapped the energy. I might have to pick up a video of a drone approaching an orb, and then once it gets close to the orb, it freaking falls. We're gonna find that video later, maybe after this.
Repeatedly asking for more authority to counter drone activity, and we have also asked for more authority to give to the state and local officials under our supervision, because he correctly notes those authorities need to be expanded.
I want to play something another New Jersey congressman, Republican Jeff Van Drew, said about the drones over his state in New Jersey. Listen to this.
We're not being told the truth. They are dealing with the American public like we're stupid. They don't know what it is. They don't know what it's about. They haven't taken one down to analyze it. They have no idea where it comes from, but they know that it's not that. I mean, that's nonsense. They do not know what they're doing. Why don't they take one of them down, analyze it, and let us know what's really happening?
What do you say to the congressman?
Well, first of all, we have experts, and he should not diminish.
Fuck experts in general. Unless you can demonstrate that you are valid, just because you have the title expert doesn't mean I automatically believe you. That is deference to authority, and that is what the left is all about. And honestly, a lot of people in the boomer crowd, a lot of people just kind of respect the robes, respect the white coats. You got to question those people too. You have to.
The extent of their expertise and the extent of their dedication to the well-being of the American people. These are individuals who dedicate their careers to the safety and security of the United States of America, number one. Number two, it's not as though anyone can just take down a drone in the sky. That in and of itself would be dangerous.
Do you have the authority to shoot down drones?
Our authorities are very limited.
So give us more power. If you want safety, you got to give us more power. Come on, guys. Come on. Do you feel scared? You should give us more. Give us more authority, more power, more clout over you. You fucking pleb. Let us control you more. Let us stomp on your neck a little bit more if you want to feel safe, because this is really scary, right?
That is precisely why we have gone to Congress to expand those authorities. Our authorities are limited by the United States Coast Guard in the maritime environment, the United States Secret Service in its protection of our national leaders, the U.S. Customs and Border Protection with respect to the border. We have various authorities that are discrete to the particular missions. We can't just shoot a drone out of the
But
sky.
do you know for sure these are drones or unmanned aircraft? What are they?
We believe that there are cases of mistaken identity where drones are actually small aircraft and people are misidentifying them. There very well may be drones in the sky, of course, but those are commercially available. One can go into a convenience store and buy a small drone. There are also commercial drones as well.
Some of these things are doing things that a commercially available drone wouldn't be able to do, and are up there for hours on and like 6 to 7 hours. And from what I understand, the battery life of a drone is typically not that long. So you're going to have to miss me with that, Baldy.
But we know of no threat,
Gay Orcus,
or nefarious activity. And I want to repeat, Wolf, that if we learn of any cause for concern, we will be transparent in our communication of it.
We know that some of these drones, whether in the Middle East or Ukraine, have weapons, have missiles attached to these drones. Wouldn't it be smart to at least get a look at these drones to see if they were armed?
Wolf, there is
LB Weaver is misidentifying. Is that PC talk? Christ. Misgendering. They misgendered the drones.
no question that technology has advanced in the realm of drones. They can fly farther, they can fly faster, they can carry heavier payloads. Our authorities need to keep up with the technological advances. The chairman of the Homeland Security Committee in the House of Representatives, Mark Green, has argued for and advocated for that expansion of authorities. So has
No, absolutely not. Fuck your authorities. You need less authority. Give me more money. Give me more authority. So many people would readily just throw cash, throw their money, throw the funding at these organizations, at these people, and tell them, please step on me harder, daddy government. The people that are like that you have that knee-jerk response, those who would sacrifice freedom for safety deserve neither. I think that's the quote from Benjamin Franklin. Something to that extent. Pretty close.
Congressman Pfluger, we agree with that advocacy, and we have sought increased authorities.
As you know, it's causing a lot of concern. Mr. Secretary.
I'm here to calm those concerns, Wolf, and we'll be back if there's any reason for them.
We'll continue this conversation if in fact, these drones continue to show up over New Jersey and elsewhere. Thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you.
And good luck.
There was that. So that makes me think that right there makes me think that there's a little bit of a psyop, throwing it out there to be like, hey, if you're scared, you should give us more money. You should give us more authority, guys. Let us do more. Let us step on your throat more, guys. That's the relationship that we're in, isn't it? That's the relationship we're in. We pay the government to step on us, guys. I need to get I have a flag that I fly in front of my house that's the last one got a little bit tore up, and I need to get a new one. It's got a cartoony version of a rattlesnake, and it says no step on snake. No step on snake. And I need to get a new one. I need to probably just go ahead and order one, and I need a bigger one. The last one was too small. Singlet, you said what I was thinking. I didn't have the word for it, but that's I think what it's called. Yes. That is the relationship that we have with the government. We pay them for them to step on us and call us a dirty little bitch. That is what's going on with the government right now. It's unsettling. It's absurd. If you want that, go do that with somebody else. There are plenty of people online, I understand, that will do that for you. Why are you making the government that person? Why? Why must that be the way it is? It's unsettling. It's unsettling, and it's not right. It needs to stop. So many people, though. So many people. Yeah. When JJR, that's a good point, man. When Gay Orcus just mentioned all of the functions of these hybrid drone/planes, just gave it away. And today Trump mentioned the government knows. Yes, absolutely. We played that clip earlier, JJR. But yeah, bend over and bend Bohav. What was it, Castro? Bend over. Ah, dang it. I forgot what the HIV stands for. Help me out. Help me out, Castro. So I used to mention, I think the first time I saw that was when I was talking about an ostrich with its head in the sand, just bent over with its butt up in the air, ready to just take it. Take it from the government. Oh, wish it wasn't the way. Wish it wasn't the way of things, but it seems to be. Oh, God. Gene Mondeno, I'm not sure that's what he was meaning, but Barack Obama has a vagina. Probably. But he has the mom genes. Bend over, here it comes again. Bohema. Bend over here. Well, that doesn't make sense. I don't know. He said twice, Bohav. Let me pull this one up. We got since we were talking about the drone stuff, let's pull up one more. You guys. Bohema. There we go. Here it comes again. Y'all are having a good time. Glad to see it. Glad to see it, guys. Let's pull this one up. This is one that's interesting. This is one that is rather interesting. Could be, competing tech. Could be a civilian drone going up to a military drone. I'm not going to act like I know for sure what this is, but it is. It's worth looking at. This is December 14th, 2024. They call it aliens in Arizona. If you guys didn't know, Arizona is one of the places where it was the Phoenix Lights, the triangular. I think it was it 8 lights or something like that? Just flying over Phoenix for like hours. Just honestly, I think it was just military craft flexing. But let's watch this one here. Watch until the end. Do you know what shot down that orange orb? Is that a drone? A UFO? What do you think? His mom took the video. Well, thanks,
Something's
Mom.
going up real fast. A plane? I can't tell what it
This is
is.
the drone. This is like an actual drone. It's got the flasher. That's the orb.
Whoa, is that moving quick?
Drone's like
That could be
investigating.
a drone. I don't know what the hell that is.
I think he's going to try to take this one.
That is quick.
Yank.
There's only one remaining right now. Whatever
Over,
that
woman.
green flashing one is, he moved quick
Move over.
around it to get it.
Getting closer, getting closer.
Super quick.
Looks like there's a plane in the background. Woman? These old people don't know how to shoot a damn video. I don't know if she's old. I'm assuming. That was ageist of me.
He's like right there with it.
Gets right on it.
He's like right on it.
And
Ooh, that whatever it was just shut down the drone.
Drone just got shut down. And crashed. Let's watch that again. So it closed in, made contact.
Like right on it.
Right on it. And then
that whatever it was just shut down the drone.
What is that about?
Holy crap.
And that one doesn't have navigation lights. That's very similar to the arrangement of lights that I saw. That type of incandescent kind of look to it. It's very similar to that. That's interesting. That's interesting. Trish, you got a friend that lives in Texas. He said he was seeing those drones not far from his house 2 years ago. Yep. That Gene Mondeno, that one doesn't look like one of those lanterns. That's what they said they were. Someone said that they were lanterns. But if that's staying there and then the drone comes up to it and then it falls, something else is going on other than a other than a one of those lanterns, one of the Chinese lanterns. I'm just saying that one. And when you see them moving around in a formation, that's not those Chinese lanterns or Japanese. Is it Chinese or Japanese? I didn't look at the eyes. uh, military base in Ohio was on lockdown today because of drones flying over the base. Those could be private. Who knows? Oh, just kidding. Okay, yeah. The one though, where the one that knocked the other one down though, it didn't have any of the flashers. It didn't have the navigation lights that are apparently mandated, and it's just sitting there. And like I wish they would have gotten video before. Racism candles. uh, the more they burn through the candle, you hear a slur, just very faint, very faint. You have to be close to the candle. Throws out a slur every now and then, guys. That's the racist candle. uh, Interesting, Lord of the Ree. You got choppers every other night circling with spotlights for over an hour. They might be looking for weed. Well, oh wait, okay, not in Missouri, but not anymore. Those days are probably, well, they might be. Who knows? I remember seeing that though. We had okra. I didn't like it, but my mom and stepdad and brother did. So we grew okra each year in the garden, and you had lines of it, big green plants with a interesting looking leaf. If you've ever seen okra, it's very similar to a certain wacky tobacco. And we had a chopper fly over. We're out in the middle of nowhere, quarter-mile long gravel driveway type of place out the farm. And we had a chopper, little dark chopper, fly over, and then it flew over again, and it got lower each time it passed. And at one point, I'm just standing out there, and I just waved. I went out and stood in the garden, and I pointed all the stuff, and I'm just like, "What do you want? Get the hell out of here!" It's not weed, I swear. It was just okra. Oh, they did it though. They did it. But yeah, guys, the drone stuff's been escalating. Like I said, I think most of them are just military craft, or they're up there doing an operation that part of it could be flexing on the incoming administration to be like, hey, look at what we have, look at what it can do. We can just put it right out here and show you, and there's nothing you can do about it. So go ahead and try to mess with the deep state. That could be part of it. That could be part of it. Oh, no. No, not this time of year, Trish. Not this time of year. This was years ago that I was talking about the chopper flying over. But for Lord of the Ree, though. Oh man, Gene, you said the UFO that you saw had white and blue lights that faded slowly, no blinking, and bright, playing at just a low hum sound. It was by South Haven, Michigan, right next to Lake Michigan. Well, with the water, there's some interesting stuff with large bodies of water. USOs are a thing that have been around for probably, I mean, if you look back at the writings of Columbus, they talk about giant bright lights in the water coming up out of the water and then sometimes going back into the water. That's a USO. That's an unidentified submerged object. And we've seen the videos, these military videos of the Tic Tac and stuff like that, other craft shooting up out of the water, going at insane speeds, changing directions. There's clearly stuff out there that we don't know about, and some of the military individuals that are seeing this probably don't know about either. Some of these, I think, are probably our military craft. Some of them could be ancient Earthlings. I don't know. Ones that maybe receded into the inner Earth eons ago. The planet's apparently 4.5 billion years old. And if humanity, Earthlings, have gone and come and gone in cycles, it's not a huge stretch to think that might have happened. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, man. Getting a little bit sleepy, guys. You know what helps me stay awake, though? 1775 Coffee, the second sponsor of today's episode of the Dozer Den. Do you enjoy the free speech that Rumble is protecting and fighting for? Well, this show here on Rumble is only possible thanks to y'all viewers supporting Rumble's platform by purchasing Rumble's products, guys. It's part of it, if you can. Most of you drink coffee every day. That's why, guys, you have to try 1775 coffee. It's actually some of the best coffee. There are other coffees. There's Coffee Brand coffee. There's Tim Pool's weird coffee. But 1775 coffee, guys, it's actually some of the best coffee. I actually have not tried 1775 coffee, but I have heard people say that it is delicious. I can't say personally, but I've heard it's great. Rumble, send me some free coffee so I can actually give it a good review. And I will do it. I'm waiting for my coffee, Rumble. It's actually some of the best coffee. And it's the same price as the coffee you buy now, but it's way better. Rumble's 1775 coffee is free from chemicals, yet rich in flavor. This is because their beans are sourced from high-altitude farms in Bolivia, hand-picked, roasted weekly at their facility in Miami, and delivered fresh to your doorstep. And as believers in freedom, buying from Rumble helps fight back against woke corporations like Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts. Psh, who needs them? Join the coffee revolution, guys, and brew rebellion with Rumble's 1775 coffee. Go to 1775coffee.com, use code STUDIO, that's STUDIO, and get a free month supply of their cognitive boosting supplement, Limitless, when you buy 2 bags of their coffee. Think about that, guys. It's a crazy deal. And the supplement, that's worth more than 2 bags of the coffee. Go to 1775coffee.com and try their amazing coffee. All right, that's probably the last ad read. Probably the last one of the night. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I try to make it fun. A little bit zany, a little bit entertaining as I do it. Lord. Lord of the Ree. It's a good point. Who the fuck buys coffee? Just raid a dumpster behind Starbucks. It's a fair point. It's a fair point. I concur. Oh, man. Oh, I actually had a, gosh darn, I had a True Social post. I didn't pull it up. By the way, I'm on True Social, Billdozer74. I'm on Gab as well, Billdozer74. I think we might have some people from Gab. I'm in a group now. Saw some people liked it over there in Gab. If you're here from Gab, hi. Thanks for joining. Hope you enjoy the show. Oh, look at that. We've had 78 people check out the stream over there on X. Thank you so much to people watching over there on X. I should probably look at the YouTube just to see what's going on. I don't have super chats enabled there, probably because I only have like 28 followers, but I don't know how YouTube works with that. One of these days I'll figure it out. But like I said, my focus is here on a free speech platform like Rumble, and X is a close second. They'll still screw you as far as getting a little bit spicy with your content and with your words, but you know. See, we are at 28 subscribers on the YouTube channel. Live looks like it's going well. Let me see here. Oh, look at that. Last video had 18 views on YouTube. It's the most I think I've had. Maybe 20 once. I don't know. We get a lot more traction here on Rumble. Like I said, the water's warmer here on Rumble, guys. I'll go ahead and copy that. We might check that out later. Depends on how we're doing with these topics here, Trish. Thank you for posting that. I'm going to pull it up in a tab off to the side here. Said 30 minutes and 19 seconds for the full speech. It's about an hour, isn't it? I don't know. We might divert to it. We'll see. President-elect holds Trump holds press briefing at Mar-a-Lago with SoftBank CEO. No, I don't want premium. Masio. Oh, that snuck up on me. I didn't expect it to autoplay. That was loud. I'm sorry if that blew out anyone's eardrums. It sure startled me. But guys, speaking of startling, news broke over the weekend. ABC News on Saturday, I believe. And George Stephanopoulos. Well, they are settling out of court before depositions in a defamation suit because Georgie said some things in an interview with Nancy Mace where he was particularly disgusting as a human being. Honestly, we'll watch it. We'll watch it. George is not, he's not a good guy. And watching him pressure Nancy Mace like he did about this topic was honestly pretty frustrating. It was really frustrating. I think that he should be ashamed of himself for the way he presented himself in that. But he did it. So let me see if I can find it real quick. Do I have this in my bookmarks? Do I have it? Thought I did. Maybe not. Maybe not. Un momento, por favor. Apparently, Dr. Phil interviewed Mayor of New York, Eric Adams. That's cool. All right. Well, that is not where I wanted it to be. Let me find it real quick. Here it is. Here it is. This is the video that resulted in a defamation suit from Trump to ABC and George Floplopaguts. Well, let's bring it up and listen to see the dirty games that the media plays. And they got smacked around, guys. They got bent over the barrel and shown what for. Glad to see it. Glad to see the media, the disingenuous, fake media, be held to account. It's nice to see. Nice to see it, even if they didn't go to the full trial, even if it would have been civil. So.
For it today.
I'm asking you a very simple question.
And I answered
Explain
it. You're
why,
shaming me for my political choices.
I'm asking you a question about why you endorse someone who's been found liable for rape.
It was not a criminal.
And that is the issue. He says it over and over again. Trump was not found liable for rape. He was found liable for sexual assault and defamation by a jury that was clearly not impartial. They literally had to change the law to allow just this case to go through. The statute of limitations changed in a small window, and then it goes back to the way it was, just so they could get Trump. Anybody who looks at that and says that this is objective, says that this is impartial, says that this is justice, is a fucking retard, in my opinion.
Court. This was a civil court. It was a civil court. And by the way, she joked about the judgment and what she was going to do with all that money. And I find that offensive.
I'm asking you about
as a rape victim who's been shamed for years now because of her rape, you're trying to shame me again by asking me this political question.
You've repeated that again.
I think it's offensive. As a woman, I find her.
He's a fucking asshole. He's dismissing the fact that she's mentioning that and saying it like she's using it as a cudgel. She's mentioning it. She's mentioning it, and he's being a dismissive fucking prick. I don't like this man. Nope, not a good guy.
I find it offensive. For my political choices, I've endorsed the man that I believe is best for our country. It's not Joe Biden. And you looked at the dueling rallies yesterday in Georgia. Laken Riley's family was with Donald Trump. They weren't with Joe Biden. The same guy yesterday that apologized for calling her killer an illegal, who wasn't illegal. And here you are trying to shame a rape victim. I find it disgusting.
I mean, you keep saying I'm shaming you.
You are. The question, it is.
How is the question asking you about a presidential candidate who's
You're asking a rape victim.
And there's no question about that. And you've courageously talked about
because I've been raped. I think that's disgusting.
No, I'm questioning your political choices because you're supporting
me. You're trying
someone who's been found liable for rape. Actually, I'm not trying to.
You are.
He literally was, though. He's like, as a rape victim, as somebody who's experienced this, how could you support somebody who's been found liable for rape? That's what he said. That is defamatory towards Trump, and it's fucking slimy.
That's exactly
You're not
what
answering
you're
the
doing.
question.
I think it's disgusting.
Well, you're welcome to say that, but you have to answer the question. Why are you?
She actually fucking doesn't, dude. She doesn't have to answer your question just because you asked it. She can tell you to go pound sand, buddy boy.
supporting someone who's been found liable for rape?
I just answered your question.
What is the answer?
He was not found guilty in a criminal court of law. It was sexual abuse. It wasn't actually rape, by the way. And E. Jean Carroll joked about
no matter what the fucking retard judge says,
all the money she's going to get, and made a mockery out of this case. And I think that's offensive. There's a reason why women don't come forward. And when you have someone who says that they're raped and they make a mockery out of this civil court judgment, it's offensive to other women. It makes it harder for other women to come forward when another woman has made a mockery of it.
You said women don't come forward because they are afraid. They are afraid
They're
because
judged
they're defamed
and shamed,
by those
like
who
you're trying to shame me this morning.
They are afraid to come forward, as you said, because they are defamed by those who commit the rape. That's what Donald Trump has been found guilty of doing.
He defended himself over that and denies that it ever happened, but he was not found guilty in a criminal court of law.
Fuck George Stephanopoulos, Floplopagus, whatever you want to call him. Screw that guy so much, guys. I just want to point out real quick. Let's take a look at the person that accused the Donald. Let's take just a couple pictures. Let's just take a look at E. Jean Carroll. Just for a minute here. That thing. A little bit better. Hair's a little bit better there. Let's go back. That one. That's the one that Trump went after. That's the one. Trump's surrounded by supermodels on a regular basis. And you're telling me this is the creature that he decided to sexually assault in the, what was it? I can't remember the name of the damn store. Waldorf? No, I don't know. That's the one. Are you sure? Are you sure? When he's got access to all those supermodels? Let's just bring this one up again. That one, that's the one he picks. I'm sorry, but that don't pass the sniff test, in my opinion. And the fact that they, like I said, had to change the law to extend the damn statute of limitation on something like this, and the fact that she literally has accused multiple people, as far as I understand. So she's garbage. She's garbage. Completely full of shit. Was involved in the attempt to keep Trump from being able to rise to another term. That's what it was. Part of lawfare. Lawfare at its finest, guys. At its finest. Honestly, she looks like she looks kind of like a female version of Gary Busey, in my opinion. That's what she looks like. Just gonna go ahead and leave that there. I'm gonna go ahead and let that set. That's my opinion of the woman. I don't like her. I think she's full of crap. That's my opinion. And she's going to get millions of dollars for it. Good job. Round of applause, bitch. Like, and it's not even necessarily her. It's the freaking the apparatus that absorbed her for a brief moment. Yeah. Fake and gay. Fake and gay. Very, very fake and gay. I agree. Nobody believes it. Nobody believes it. The jury didn't believe it, but they can do this thing. It's preponderance of the evidence when you're a civil proceeding. So that's 51%. With a criminal, it's supposed to be beyond a reasonable doubt. So if the defense, literally all the defense has to do is present reasonable doubt. And that means that you can't convict. Juries are stupid, though, and don't adhere to that. They don't do their damn jobs. That's what I think. Let me see here. See if I got my bookmarks open. Had a lot of drone stuff on here. I think I had one more that I might want to show. Nah, we're on the ABC stuff. We might come back to it later. But $15 million, guys. They're going to have to pay Trump $15 million. Well, $15 million is going to his library. And then $1 million for lawyer fees. There have been people that are acting like this might be a chilling effect on the First Amendment or chilling effect on free speech. I disagree. I think that this is people being held to account for lying, held to account for purposefully defaming somebody. The intent is to weaken their stance in the public eye. That has to be addressed. It cannot, the media can't have carte blanche when it comes to just wrecking people's reputations. They can't be allowed to continue. Just saying. Just saying. Let me see here. That's not what I was wanting. Let's see if I can find this here. Guys listening to my click clacks. Let's see. Wait, let's listen to Potato Man. Oh, that's loud. Everything else has been quiet, but that is loud. Why did it have to be Potato Man? So we've got Jim Acosta and Brian Stelter, paragons of media integrity, guys. Absolute giants when it comes to doing the job of the press, informing the people. Brian Stelter, Potato Man, and Jim Acosta constantly looks as if he smelled dog shit on the bottom of his shoe. That's just my impression, guys. That's my impression. Let's listen to their response. They think it's going to be a chilling effect. That's what I was mentioning earlier. Nope, I disagree.
Curry favor with the next president.
Yeah, and I just wonder, Brian, what this is going to mean for news organizations, for tech companies. We're going to talk about the implications for tech companies in a moment. But it seems to me that there's a lot of this bending the knee going on. And I'm sure the folks over at ABC will say that that's just not the case. But I just feel, and I wonder how you feel about that aspect of all of this. I mean, to me, it seems this is a time for our industry to stand firm. And we're going to have a very important job to do. And that's not putting us on a pedestal or anything like that, but we're going to have
It absolutely is. You think you're gods.
very important job to do because Trump is not.
Very important propagandization, right? Right, Mockingbird Media?
Going to change his ways when he gets back in the Oval Office. He's going to continue to say things that need to be fact-checked.
One of the things that really, really bothered me about when Biden, quote unquote, won the last election, you had people, professionals, say dumb shit like, I'm so glad we're not going to have a fact-checking wing of our departments anymore. We're not going to have to be worried about all the lies the president's going to tell because Orange Man's gone. Biden is such a vast integrity with Biden that we're not going to have to fact check him. We're not going to have to constantly be looking at what he says. You absolute goddamned retards. You piss me off so much because here's the thing. Just because your side got in doesn't mean that you ease up. It doesn't mean that you lay off. You keep the pressure up. That's what I'm going to plan on doing with Trump. That's what every one of us should be doing. We're not going to kiss ass just because the guy that we like won. Okay? That's not a good approach. You hold their feet to the fire and you hold them to account. If you sit there and you stop paying attention because your side won, you are not a serious person when it comes to politics. You're not a serious person when it comes to being involved in your government's decisions that affect the damn population in general. You are somebody who is a casual observer. And that's okay, but don't act like you know what the fuck you're talking about when you're coming at me with that bullshit. And don't act like you actually really can care and have intellectual consistency because you don't. There. Got it out. Good night, chat and Fed Overwatchers from Mr. Scott Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, Mr. Scott Awesome. Glad you were here. The Dozer Den bids you adieu. Back to this. It looks like he smelled something, doesn't it? Look at Jim Acosta's face. Doesn't he look like he smelled something nasty? all the time. He's just like, please pet me. I'm a good dog.
And you can't have the news industry worrying about this sort of stuff when they're just simply doing their jobs.
Well, if some bend the knee, others have to stand up straighter. You know, the
he said straighter. He's so gay, though. Oh, the irony of that, him talking about being straighter, guys. Oh, no.
Former Time magazine editor Richard Stengel said this morning, Trump has sued dozens of publications and media outlets in the past, trying to, quote, intimidate the press into self-censorship, not to actually win any particular case. He did win in this case with a big payment.
You motherfuckers cheered when the New York Post was censored on X, back when X was run by commies. There's still some commies on X. Bet you cheered when they were censored for the Hunter Biden laptop story. You cheered when people were censored for talking about alternative treatments for COVID. You cheered when people were shut down when they discussed the issues with the shot. Are they that blind to their own bullshit? I guess so. That or they're just really good at putting on an act.
But that broader concern about self-censorship is one that I know many viewers and readers are worried about. And ultimately,
That's
Jim,
right.
as you know, we work for them. We work for the viewers, not
That's
for
right.
anybody else.
That's right. All right, Brian Stelter, thank you.
Only 27 likes. We have reached over 60 people watching at a time. Guys, smash that like button harder. Like harder, bigots. Do it now. Take a minute. Hit that like button. Come right back. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys. Let's see. Gene Bondano, at least if you hit it again, I hope you hit it at least 3 times. Because if you hit it twice, it cancels out. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it. We'll be right back.
I don't like them at all. Jonathan Turley, what did he have to say? He had a whole article, I guess. It says, with networks like MSNBC and CNN struggling for their very existence, ABC is intent on having a chair when the music stops. While the ABC settlement may not be an admission of guilt, it is a recognition of the reality after this historic election. Huh, interesting. I wonder what his perspective was on that. Let me see. I don't know if there's anything else here that we really want to go over with that. Nah, I think we pretty much covered that. It's good. It's good to see. It's good to see. I'm glad to see it. I think you guys are probably glad to see it. Hopefully the American people are glad to see it. Holding these bastards to account. That's what I like to see. Apparently the Trump team is going after other folks for I think an Iowa or an Ohio newspaper for polling. I think is the next one they're going after. The poll, I think it was Iowa. The poll that showed that consistent polling from this individual showed that Trump was ahead right before, like the week before the election. They dropped the poll that said that Trump was actually going to lose by like 3 or 4 points, and he won handily, as the previous polls indicated. It was weighted. That last one that they put out, it was clearly weighted in an effort to sway the public's opinion and to demoralize MAGA. That was the point of those polls there at the end. Didn't work, but it did not work. It was Iowa. Yep. Thanks, JR. Iowa Register. Yep. And I was watching Redacted earlier, and Natalie was acting like it might be a chilling effect if they're going after them. If it was a legitimate, she was assuming that it was an honest mistake, an honest polling. She assumes too much. If you look at the circumstances that were there, it's worth looking into, in my opinion. And if they find something, do something about it. That's what I think. You have to. These people cannot just spread bullshit. They can't just keep spreading bullshit. They have to be checked. You can't just because the First Amendment doesn't give you the right to be a defamatory dick. It doesn't. You're going to have to face consequences at some point for that. And if they can freaking go after the Frog Prophet himself, the Sandy Hook families, which they were co-opted by the CIA. That's on tape. From an agent or a contractor with the CIA. They absolutely got those families spun up, and the ones that are actually going after Jones, though, I get it. You lost your kid. That sucks. But this isn't going to bring them back, and it's not just getting your pound of flesh in this aspect. It's not going to go through. I don't think. I hope on appeal, like $1.5 billion settlement, insane, or judgment rather, because he was liable for defamation. That's got to be an Eighth Amendment cruel and unusual. That's got to be an Eighth Amendment violation. Got to be. Thank you so much for sharing out those links in the chat there, Trish. Don't forget to smash that like button. Follow the channel, guys. Let's get up to 500. We are at 578, or excuse me, 478 the last I checked. Need to make sure that it's still kicking away on Rumble, or the Rumble app, rather. Let's look and see. Who all do we have? Rumble's been a little bit clunky today. A little bit clunky. Maybe it's just my signal. Who knows? Let's see. Ooh, what do we have here? Do we have another follower? Because I will shout you out. Have a comment in the comment section from DNL Minners. Appreciate you, bud. Appreciate you. We are at 479. Oh my goodness, guys. We are 21 away. 21 away from 500. We can get it. We can get it. If you're watching after the live stream and you don't have a Rumble account, or if you're watching right now and you don't have a Rumble account, go ahead and just take a couple minutes. Take a couple minutes. Support a free speech platform. The water is warm here on Rumble, guys. And not just because somebody took a piss. Nope, that's not the reason. It's just good stuff. It's good stuff. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate all my new followers. I welcome you. The Dozer Den welcomes all the new Killdozers. If you want to subscribe to the channel for $5 a month, well, that makes you an extra shiny Killdozer. You got extra bells and whistles. You may have a 50 BMG. Yeah, that's how it's said, I believe. Mounted on the top. Just saying. And you get subscriber-only emotes and your name in the chat. It is lit up in the most beautiful shade of MAGA red. It's infected with patriotism, not actual infection. So your name is highlighted whenever I look at it in the Rumble chat. It's good times. Good times. I appreciate all my subscribers. I'm going to put you guys... I'm going to start doing that on streams. I'm going to put my subscribers' names in the description. Just giving you props for supporting a small-time creator like myself. Let's see. Who do we have? But anyways, I digress. What's up, NBGG454? Oh, it's a stupid bot. Never mind. To the depths with you. Into the abyss. Good job, Trish. You got it. Oh, noise in the background. Uh-oh. What we got? I don't hear anything. There's something playing in the background? They're putting... Oh, there it was again. Noise in the background. I don't know what's playing. I don't hear anything. Let me pull it up on my... Just a second. I'm going to do an audio check here. See what we got. No, I'm not hearing anything. Oh well. Stop, children. What's that sound? What sound are you guys hearing? I didn't hear anything on my end. It's fading out. Interesting. I don't know. I do have a few tabs open. Maybe, see. No, not that. Let me close out of locals. Maybe locals is being weird. No. Fascinating. Number 2 tonight. Sound gone. It's gone. Okay. Sounds like an echo white noise. Huh. I heard a little bit of a scratchy noise a second ago, but I thought that was just me moving around. Oh well. Oh well. We'll roll through it. We'll roll through it. Next topic, guys. Next topic. We are going to do a little watch and react to an O'Keefe Media Group clip, undercover piece, if you will, from a former National Security Council advisor. Quote from him: "Biden is dead." Metaphorically, not literally. Apparently, the man can't string a sentence together. And I mean, we've seen this, degradation. What's up, crazy duck lady? Good to see you. Thank you so much for joining. That's right, MAGA Red. That is right. You heard me singing? All right. Interesting. I guess maybe I had something playing in the background. Ah, well. Oh, well. Back to it, guys. Back to it. Let me find this here real quick. We are going to watch the O'Keefe Media Group. Just candid admissions from unsuspecting gays. The gabbing gays that O'Keefe is able to get. It's rather interesting. It's rather interesting. Whoa there. Interesting background change on my other screen that I did not expect, but I like it. It's like the bottom of a bridge. Here we go. Here we go. We're squirreling, guys. We're squirreling hard. But now we're getting back to it. We're getting back to it, guys. This is from O'Keefe Media Group. Shocking undercover video. Joe Biden is dead. Not literally. Not literally. Maybe. Who knows? There are definitely some lookalikes. There was one that was really, really freaking tall. It was not Joe Biden. You can't tell me that was Joe Biden. People talking and laughing in the background. I don't hear it. Talking and laughing in the background. Well, that's interesting. I don't know. Something's open now. It's Trump talking. I'm going to close out of that. So let me open this up. Okay. Let me pull this up. Share my screen here. All right. We have the clip here from O'Keefe Media Group. It was Trish. It's all good, Trish. Thanks for keeping me aware of possible issues with the audio, because if there was an issue, I would like to try to fix that as soon as possible. So, all right. Oh, Bill, the Wi-Fi went down at work, and so I have to exit the high-speed data to conserve restricted data from my wireless provider. Well, JJR, thank you so much for hanging out with us as long as you were able to. Hope you have a good rest of the night on your shift. See you Thursday here in the Dozer Den. Have a good night, bud. And thanks for your support, man.
Well, here's something. Joe Biden is like dead. Well, here's something. Joe Biden is like dead. Well, here's something. Joe Biden is like dead.
I just felt like that was necessary.
She like cannibal to say something. She's like really like progressed in his holding. Everybody recognized. I can't believe it wasn't a bigger scandal. He'll be dead in a year.
Meet Henry Appel, an advisor for the National Security Council. Henry
just blatant. He'll be dead in a year.
Appel shared that
and I assumed this was a male that was recording. It might be a female. Who knows?
President Biden had called the NSC White House phone while on a foreign trip looking for NSC advisor Jake Sullivan. Henry told the president that, in fact, Mr. Sullivan was not at the White House, but on the same foreign trip as President Biden.
my boss was on an international trip with him, like in Europe or something. The phone rang in the office, and I was like, "Oh, Mr. President, Henry." He was like, "He's Jake there." He's like, "No, he's traveling with you. He's on the same trip that you are."
In another encounter with President Biden, Henry Appel from the National Security Council revealed a phone call exchange. On the call, Biden was asking for NSC advisor Jake Sullivan. Henry told Biden that Sullivan had left the office for the day. Biden stated he would call Sullivan's personal phone. Instead, Biden called the same office 10 seconds later, asking for Sullivan again.
A couple weeks ago, I was like the last one in the office, and he called for my boss. And so I picked the phone and said, "Hello, Mr. President, like, it's Henry on Jake's phone. He's left for the day, but I can try to get him on the line for you." And he like asked me some questions, and I was like, "I don't know, like, let me get the track him down. I'll call his Secret Service detail." It's like I'll try his like unclassified phone. Like then like 10 seconds later, same phone. I picked it up again. I was like, "Hi again, it's Henry." He was like, "Is Jake there?" And I was like, "No, you called the same office."
Henry Appel stated that President Biden did not understand basic words in meetings at the White House.
Another time my boss went in to brief him, I heard the talking points. I said like, "Oh, this is like a novel phenomenon or something. Like it's new, like it hasn't been done before." My boss said it. My just like novel. Like, what do you mean, like a book? Like, what do you mean novel? The two meanings of the word novel, like he was lost them.
Henry even goes on to say, on his dating profile, his greatest strength is, quote, oversharing on the first date. You can't make this shit up. Henry Appel states that we, referring to his team at the National Security Council, were crying the night of Trump's victory, claiming they are all, quote, trauma bonded.
So everybody's probably like, she's gone right? What?
No, wait, it's like drawn us closer to each other because like we're all going through it together.
Shared trauma. Yeah. It's the thing. Trauma bond.
We're trauma bonded, yeah.
Right. What was it like when you guys found out?
There were a lot of tears the next morning. Sure. I gotta find a new job.
Then Henry Appel shares to our undercover journalist, White House officials and national security officials are concerned about the incoming Trump administration coming after them for things they may have done wrong.
We're also like very concerned about like them coming after us. They'd like investigate us or whatever.
Wait a second. We gotta talk about this for a second. Trauma bonding on the night of the election. They had to trauma bond, guys. What he may okay, this sounds like it sounded like a woman. So he may not be gay, but this guy's clearly a fag. Oh my goodness.
In recent months, many of our fellow Americans experienced unprecedented natural disasters and damaged infrastructure, making access to healthcare essentials impossible at the very moment it was needed. When disaster survival kit for any city, along with options that are critical, such as tourniquet health/OMG, that's twc.health/OMG. And now you can save for the national security. And now you can save 15% just by using code OMG at checkout. Meet Henry Appel, an advisor at the Intelligence Programs Directorate for the National Security Council. Within the NSC, Henry Appel works within the Intelligence Programs Directorate. According to multiple government websites, the division is responsible for overseeing and coordinating intelligence activities across various U.S. intelligence agencies, providing the NSC with crucial intelligence analysis to inform national security decision-making, essentially acting as the primary point of contact between the intelligence community and the National Security Council on intelligence matters. Henry met our OMG American Swiper on a dating app in Washington, D.C., and spoke more in depth about his NSC job and his background, even mentioning he was a spy at one point in his career.
That's hilarious. Says he was a spy at one point and is absolutely being spied on. Cool. That's irony.
It's like I started my career working like intelligence. So I work in the intelligence programs directorate of the National Security Council. So we give like all of the senior policymakers like all the secrets. Yeah. It's like diplomacy and international relations, like war, like war in Ukraine. My office is like super involved in it.
Really? How was that drawing?
Terrible. For a while I thought I was going to be a spy.
You thought what?
I thought I was going to be a spy. And I did that for a little while.
Prior to the undercover meeting, Henry informed our swiper on a text that he had a, quote, lot of tea to spill. Then in the meeting, Henry stated again, here's some tea, and spilled that tea on President Joe Biden's cognitive issues.
Well, here's some tea. Joe Biden is like dead. Not better. Like he like can't just say a sentence. He's like really like progressed in his old age. Everybody recognized. I can't believe it wasn't a bigger scandal there.
Henry Appel from the National Security Council revealed a phone call exchange he had with President Joe Biden. On the call, Biden was asking for NSC advisor Jake Sullivan. Henry told Biden that Sullivan had left the office for the day. Biden stated he would call Sullivan's personal phone. Instead, Biden called the same office 10 seconds later asking for Sullivan again. Biden asked, "Is Jake Sullivan there?" To which Henry stated, "No, you called the same office, Mr. President."
A couple weeks ago, I was like the last one in the office, and he called from my boss. And
real quick, want to thank one of our new followers on Rumble. We're up to 480. Bar Breed. Thank you so much for following the channel here on Rumble. Welcome to the Dojo Den, and I hope you're having a good time if you're watching. See, getting them 60-year-old woman, and I want to smack the shit. Getting Dozer. Get it. Heck yeah. I like that spice. Spicy.
And so I picked the phone and said, "Hello, Mr. President. Like, it's Henry on Jake's phone. He's left for the day, but I can try to get it on the line for you." And he like asked me some questions. I was like, "I don't know. Like, let me get the track him down. I'll call his Secret Service detail." And he said, "No, it's okay. I'll like call his like because he called me on the classified phone. It's like I'll try his like unclassified phone. Like, and then he called." And then I was like, "Okay, well, let me know if you have any trouble." And then, like 10 seconds later, same phone. I picked it up again. I was like, "Hi again, it's Henry." He was like, "Is Jake there?" And I was like, "No, you called the same office. Like, let me call the Secret Service detail for you." So I did.
In another encounter with President Biden, Henry Appel shared that President Biden had called the NSC White House phone while on a foreign trip looking for NSC advisor Jake Sullivan. Henry told the president that, in fact, Mr. Sullivan was not at the White House, but on the same foreign trip as President Biden.
Another time, my boss was on an international trip with him, like Europe or something.
Joe Biden's definitely just fine, guys. And he could have had a whole nother term, guys. Yeah.
And the phone rang in the office, and I picked it up, and I was like, "Oh, Mr. President, Henry." He was like, "Is Jake there?" He's like,
"There's Bar Breed in the chat. Appreciate you."
"No, he's traveling with you. He's on the same trip that you are." That was like a year ago. He'll be dead in a year. Or he'll be like out of public life.
Henry Appel
just called it. He'll be dead in a year. I honestly am surprised Biden's still kicking. I thought he probably was only going to make it about 2 years into his end of the term. That's what I thought. So whatever cocktail of medications they have him on, they adrenochrome and stuff, they got him going.
From the NSC even stated that President Biden did not understand basic words in meetings at the White House. Here's another experience he had with President Biden. Take a look.
another time my boss went in to brief him, I heard the talking points, and I said like, "Oh, this is like a novel phenomenon."
All right, this is random. I'm not sure what got this conversation started about tourniquets, Trish, but I literally had this conversation about belts with my with Lady Dozer on the way to church the other church yesterday. That I've been wearing a belt, and it's a good thing to have a belt just in case you ever end up in a situation where you need a tourniquet. So yeah, belts are a good idea. Not sure what inspired that comment, but I agree. Belts are smart.
Or something like it's new, like it hasn't been done before. My boss said like it's a novel phenomenon. It's like novel. Like what do you mean, like a book? What do you mean well, just like the word, like the true meanings of the word novel, like you've lost them.
Henry Appel states that we, referring to his team at the National Security Council, were crying the night of Trump's victory, claiming they are all, quote, trauma bonded because of Trump's victory.
I gotta find a new job.
So everybody's probably like, she's gone right? What?
Oh wait, it's like drawn us closer to each other because like we're all going through it together.
Did they have a cry? Did they hug and cuddle and cry and wipe each other's tears away as they suffered under the predictions that their anxious little minds were making about the Cheeto dictator? I despise these people. I despise them.
Shared trauma. It's a thing. Trauma bond.
We're trauma bonded. Yeah.
Right. What was it like?
So gay.
Found out.
There were a lot of tears the next morning. Sure.
Then Henry
And let me eat your tears, Scott Tedderman. Yummy tears.
Appel, National Security Council, shares to our undercover journalist that White House officials and national security officials are concerned about the incoming Trump administration coming after them for things they may have done wrong over the next 4 years.
We're also like kind of concerned about like them coming after us.
Like how like legally?
Getting Dozer, that's a good point. He is caressing the stem of that wine glass, almost like he's used to caressing other people's rods. Good eye. Good eye, Getting Dozer. Look at how happy he is with his hands on the stem there. It's just meant to be for him. He's on this date for appearances. You know what? This is just a coffee date, pretty much, even though there's wine. This is just a friendly date. He's not trying to hook up with the lady. He's hoping to hook up with her husband.
What would that look like?
They make up like a fake scandal or
like, at least like you in jail.
No, not in jail. Yeah, they'd like investigate us or whatever.
Well, maybe the new administration should come after this national security advisor. After all, he is in the National Security Council and he's sharing secrets and spilling tea to a stranger in a restaurant. Henry even goes on to say that on his dating profile, his greatest strength is, quote, oversharing on the first date. You can't make this shit up. Our OMG American Swiper asked Henry Appel if they thought Donald Trump would win the 2024 election. Henry also went on to mention that Biden's team felt like they got pushed aside by Kamala Harris during the presidential campaign.
I do think Trump is going to win. Dad, Grandpa.
So I thought Kamala ran a terrible campaign.
What did she have?
She just doesn't believe in anything. I know that like Biden and his team like felt did not like that they got pushed aside.
Like wait, so his people don't just like American follow.
In the last meeting with Henry Appel, Henry showed up to the restaurant, but he didn't find his date. He found me outside of the restaurant.
That's who he really wanted, though. He wanted you, James.
Wait.
He had a feeling that this would lead to an interaction with you.
Waiting for him. Here's part of that conversation. Hi. Henry? Henry Appel? National Security Council. Hi. I got to ask you a question. What the hell is the guy who's an advisor to the National Security Council doing? Spilling the quote tea to an undercover journalist. Stay tuned for that full interaction with Henry to see how he responded. And if you're on the inside of the White House or any government institution and notice corruption or lies hidden from public view that you want us to disclose to the American people, please email us tips@o'keefemediagroup.com or text us at this phone number here, 914-491-9395, and our journalism team will get back to you. Thank you, and stay tuned.
Well, there you go. So there that is. Biden is metaphorically dead. Calling people that he doesn't remember that are actually on the trip with him, trying to get a hold of somebody. He's a doddering old fool. That's what he is. It's more to talk about the tourniquet. The belt that I've got is actually kind of stretchy. It's got like it's got like, I don't know what you call it. It's like woven. So I'm pretty sure my belt would do a damn good job of being a tourniquet. I get how if it's a stiff, like thick belt, it might have a little bit of an issue getting a good seal on the veins, but you could probably make it work regardless. So good points though. Good points. You want to make sure you got a good tourniquet just in case something bad happens. You got to be ready, guys. You got to be ready. Awareness on yellow. You don't want to be on white. You at least want to be on in a constant state of yellow. It's hard to do sometimes, especially if you're at home. If you're at home, you're probably going to be on white. The levels of awareness, preparedness. Let's see here. Kept her from bleeding out. Damn, lost a leg. That's crazy stuff. Just have to keep pulled tight and not let it loose. Okay, so that's constant pressure applied. Yeah. He got him. They got him. Those poor guys. They just want to impress. They just want to impress the ladies. That's all they do. Something that wouldn't impress the ladies, or at least it shouldn't, the pardons recently that Biden, and commutations that Biden imparted on these individuals. There are some truly horrendous people that Biden pardoned or commuted their sentence recently. Some of the individuals were on home confinement for a lengthy amount of time. If they were on home confinement for over a year, I think he went ahead and commuted their sentence just because of the circumstance. Well, COVID made it so that a lot more people than would be expected were on home confinement. So just saying that might not be as legitimate. God, it's like COVID was used for a whole bunch of things that weren't necessary, right? COVID was the excuse for everything there for a while. I recently had somebody tell me that they're talking about people getting the flu and mentioned that they got their flu shot. And I'm just like, well, hopefully you got the flu shot that actually does, maybe help a little bit, because it's usually a guessing game. And I'm never getting another flu shot. I'm never doing it. Don't work at a hospital. And even if I did, I would do the thing. One hospital I used to work at, they had you wear a mask during flu season while you were on shift. They weren't crazy about it though. So yeah. Some of these pardons that Biden has, or commutations, which is just, you've already served, you've been serving a sentence. I'm going to go ahead and say you're done. You don't have to finish serving your sentence. That's what that commutation is. So it's the grant of clemency, and apparently it's a record-breaking clemency. We've got a story from the Daily Mail that I had pulled up. I might have to find it again. But first, what my hair is doing over here. I didn't put anything in it after a shower earlier. It's being a little crazy on that side, guys. Being a little crazy. What the hell? Let's pull this chart up. It's a beautiful chart. It's my favorite chart in the world. If it wasn't for that chart. That's right here. Different chart. Not the best chart in the world. But no way to argue the fact Joe Biden is abusing his power of presidential pardons. Well, the thing with it is it's kind of plenary, which means it's unchecked. Almost king-like. It is king-like. I'm not even going to say almost. But the president's power to pardon is king-like. It is, you can't challenge it, essentially. I guess no one's really ever tried it. Maybe it could be some interesting precedent with the Supreme Court. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Look at this number here, though. Look at that number. We had, going back to Richard Nixon, 926 pardons. Gerald Ford, 409. Jimmy Carter, 566. Ronald Reagan, 406. George H.W., only 77. Bill Clinton, 459. George W., 200. Barack Obama, 1,927. I don't know all the details of those, but some of them might have definitely been legit. I thought Trump had more than this, but apparently not. 237 pardons. Biden, 8,000 pardons or commutations. I'm assuming those are pardons or commutations, not just pardons. That's a lot. And you know that Biden isn't with it enough to look through all of these and determine that, yes, this person deserves this. This person did their time. There's no way that this man did this. So who are the ones that are making these decisions? That's my question. I want to know what team of people is making these decisions. That's what I would like to know. I've got to put my ears on. Chinese spies accused of actually they were convicted. We'll just pause it there. Biden pardons Chinese spies convicted of stealing American tech secrets. That was one. That's cool. It's like, I don't know, maybe China owns the Bidens. Just saying. Just saying. What's up? No fucks given. Good to see you. Good morning. It is midnight. It is midnight here. Yeah, it's morning here. Hope you're having a good one. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to smash that like button, guys. I haven't checked on it in a while. Let's see. Let's see where we're at. Last time it was 27 likes. What we got now? We're at 32. Oh. Good job, guys. Let's keep those numbers going up. Gene Bondano, you're having a good time, ain't you? Let's see this next one here. Ooh, that's the guy we're gonna. This guy right here. Actually, well, Rita Credwell, a politician who embezzled $53 million from a small town in Illinois. Let's watch this little clip.
Sentences for nearly 1,500 people. Among those on the list, the disgraced former controller of Dixon, Rita Crundwell. Crundwell pleaded guilty to stealing nearly $54 million from taxpayers to fund her lavish lifestyle and a ranch where she bred horses. In 2013, she was sentenced to nearly 20 years in federal prison. But during the COVID pandemic, she was released on home confinement.
There's the home confinement caveat. There it is.
Dixon's city manager called the decision, quote, a complete travesty of justice. Sentences.
It's because this administration doesn't care about justice. This president, quote unquote, doesn't care about justice. That's not what they're going for. But hey, man, Derek Evans was running for Congress. I wish he would have won. Yep. Did his time, but he didn't deserve it. 612 over there. Ah, you're in a different time zone completely then, huh? No fucks given. Thanks for joining. I definitely appreciate you. Definitely. That's right, NFG. That's right. That's right. I know what y'all are doing. I think I follow you on Discord. Thanks so much for watching this episode of the Dozer Den. Glad to see you. Let's see. We had one more here. It was 1,500 sentences, 39 pardons, and the largest single-day grant of clemency. That was on the 12th. That was on the 12th, guys. This one here is particularly frustrating. We'll play the clip really quick. This guy, the Kids for Cash judge, $2.1 million in kickbacks. This woman, apparently her son ended himself in response to the sentence. I don't know if it was before he got locked up or after, but here's a woman who was confronting this guy for being a garbage human being and punishing her kid for something that didn't deserve it. It was a minor drug charge, and he apparently, for kickbacks, railed this kid. From the UK. Thank you.
actions. You need to be. Do you remember me? Do you remember me? Do you remember my son, an all-star wrestler? He's gone. He shot himself in the heart. You scumbag.
A heartbroken, really an outraged mother lashing out at former Judge Mark Civarella. Now, her son, an all-star wrestler, killed himself after being sent to a juvenile detention facility for a minor drug offense. Now it turns out that Civarella was accepting money to do that, send kids away for cash. The former judge was convicted yesterday of 12 counts, including racketeering and money laundering. The judge remains free while he awaits sentencing.
Actions.
Yep. That's the guy, I guess. We're going to pull up the article. Talk about that. I thought I had another clip of him. That's just going to be the same thing, I think. No, actually, we have a current one. Here we go.
When you saw...
Let's pull this up.
That this judge, who was convicted for essentially sending kids to jail longer so that the prison, the private facilities could make more money. When you heard that Joe Biden pardoned this guy, commuted this guy's sentence, what did you think?
I was filled with every kind of emotion, hurt, defeat. Now that I've had more time to process it, it's more of anger.
Yeah.
And just, it's just this is very deeply upsetting and personal. Joe Biden came here and campaigned multiple times.
Sounds like the kid probably had a little fucking weed on him and this judge just railed him.
That he was, Joe Scranton, he was one of us. He knew of our struggles and he cared about our community and our kids and our families. And that is just absolutely not true. He is not one of us. We have an expressway named after him. I have to drive down and look at it every day, the President Biden Expressway and the Biden Street.
Yeah.
That's what I want done.
That sign needs an asterisk by president.
I mean, there needs to be reform of how the overseeing of how these applicants are chosen for these pardons. And what I want to see is his name removed, because that's just, another slap in the face, another injustice.
That's utter bullcrap. Let me pull up this article here. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen because it won't track along with me when I open up the article. Well, let's actually get into the the meat of it. Let's do a little bit of a read here. Talk about this a little bit. Gosh, it just really bothers me. It really bothers me that somebody would be in that line of thing. I mean, I get it. I had frustrations whenever I worked in a place where they seemed to be more focused on the reimbursement they got instead of actually helping the kids, and that's one of the reasons I don't work for that place anymore. But when you have somebody, I guess these were private institutions. They probably weren't necessarily all private, I don't think, but when they were giving this judge kickbacks for sending more kids to them, because what it is, it's a you scratch your back, I scratch your back, you scratch mine, type of thing. You send us the prisoners so that we can have the funding, and we'll give you some money for it. We'll give you a cut. And the damage that can do, and clearly for that kid, he took himself out, one to the chest, because of an unjust sentencing. This is where black robes don't mean shit to me anymore. They don't mean a damn thing. There are some good judges out there. There are. But the judges like this, you don't automatically assume that they are citizens just like you or I. They are just like you or I, citizens of this country. Just because the black robe happens to be on, just that does not mean that they are above you. This whole thing where they're up above, like in the it's kind of weird. They shouldn't be up on a pedestal, but we literally put the judges on a pedestal. They're citizens like you or I. They just happen to have a title. They happen to have a little bit more schooling. They happen to have some letters behind their name. And they are not gods. They are not impervious to corruption. We need to remember that. Absolutely need to remember that. Let's check this article out here. Let's pull it up. Let's do a read. Time for the news. Oh no, it's not sharing. I'm going to have to do a refresh, guys. I'm going to have to do a refresh. Son of a gun. Get close to 3 hours and it does this for me. Oh, I almost clicked in stream. That would have been bad. Okay, give me a second here. You'll see me disappear for a brief moment, but I'll be right back. Are y'all still there? I hope you're still here. Oh, man. Well, let's get back to it. Should be able to share now. Rumble's not perfect, but it's the best we got, in my opinion. Biden slammed for commuting sentence of notorious Kids for Cash judge convicted of imprisoning juveniles for $2.1 million in kickbacks. What a garbage human being. Oh, we have a clip here. Oh, gosh. Oh, my goodness. What are you doing, New York Post? What on earth? We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. I don't know what's going on here. So, the corrupt former Pennsylvania judge. All right, New York Post, you're going to do this crap. I'm not going to pull up articles from you again. The corrupt former Pennsylvania judge convicted of funneling juveniles to for-profit detention facilities in exchange for $2.1 million in kickbacks has had his lengthy prison sentence commuted Thursday by President Biden. Former Luzerne County Judge Michael Conahan, the jurist at the center of the so-called Kids for Cash scandal, was among the 1,499 commutations the 82-year-old lame duck president granted in the largest presidential act of clemency on a single day in modern history, according to the White House. Oh my God. The mother of a victim of Conahan's disturbing crime fumed upon hearing of his commutation. I'm shocked and I'm hurt, Sandy Fonzo, whose son committed suicide after he was locked up as part of the scheme orchestrated by Conahan and former judge Mark Civarella, said in a statement. Conahan's actions destroyed families, including mine, and my son's death is a tragic reminder of the consequences of his abuse of power, she added. According to the Citizen's Voice, this pardon feels like an injustice for all of us who still suffer. It's crazy. Right now, I'm processing and doing the best I can to cope with the pain and that this has brought back. Conahan, 72, pleaded guilty to racketeering conspiracy charges for his role in the scheme and was sentenced to 17 and a half years in prison in 2011. Honestly, should have been met with spikes. This guy honestly should have been met with spikes. That's my opinion. He was released to home confinement in Florida at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic in June of 2020. At the time of Conahan's sentencing, the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Middle District of Pennsylvania described the judicial scandal as the worst in Pennsylvania's history. More than 2,500 children between 2003 and 2008 were potentially given disproportionate sentences by Conahan and Civarella in order to populate the private detention centers, paying them the kickbacks, investigators believe. Thousands of juvenile sentences were vacated by the Pennsylvania Supreme Court in the wake of the scandal. What is going on with this website? I am not happy with it. I'd like to finish reading this fucking article, New York Post. What the hell? Jesus, do I need to... Are there viruses on this site? I'm thinking there might be some viruses. Dear God. I apologize, guys. I don't know what the hell is going on here. We got another bot. We have robots. All right, so I guess that's all. Okay. Biden says America was built on the promise of possibility and second chances. Biden said in a statement on his mass commutations, I have the great privilege of extending mercy to the people who have demonstrated remorse and rehabilitation, restoring opportunity for Americans to participate in daily life and contribute to their families. I will take more steps in the weeks ahead. So there's more commutations and pardons to come. My administration will continue reviewing clemency petitions to advance equal justice under the law. Yeah. All right, we're getting off of that because I don't want that up on my laptop anymore. Wow. Wow. Got rid of him. Got rid of him. Let me pull up Rumble again. That was there are people, like I said, that instead of prison, that should have been an ending, in my opinion. That all those people, 2,500, both those judges that involved, should be ended. That should be the consequence. Because that's after due process. That's after due process. And that should have been the punishment, in my opinion. Not everybody agrees, but, I think it, honestly, yeah, fuck those guys. They deserve all the ire. They deserve all the bad things, in my opinion. That's my perspective, anyways. Pulling it up here. So you hear some noise there? Okay, good deal. Just pulling it up on the laptop here. So I had to close out for a second. Got rid of the bot. Well done, Trish. Well done. Appreciate you working hard in the chat there. Lovely mod in the chat, Trish1. Oh, okay, Trish. That was good advice. When I bought this laptop, I really haven't done much with it. I just kind of started rolling, and it's decent. It's been a decent laptop so far. I do need to block the ads though. That would probably help with sites like New York Post. But that page was glitchy as hell, guys. That page was glitchy as hell for a minute there. I apologize for that. Usually doesn't do that, so hopefully that doesn't happen again, and I will try to remember to do the ad blocker thing. That's the goal, anyways. Ooh, man, I don't know what it is, but I like seeing 480 followers on Rumble, guys. We are 20 away, 20 away from 500, man. Hell yes, hell yes. Getting dozered. Gummies kicking in, eyes getting dopey, and dogs are asleep in bed with me. Night, y'all, fading fast. Getting dozered. Thank you so much for hanging out with us here in the chat. Thanks for spending some time in the Dozer Den this evening. You have yourself a lovely time with those gummies. Get some rest. I would say have sweet dreams, but I've heard that substance maybe kind of cancels out dreams a little bit. I don't know. Good to know if you ever encounter a Freddy Krueger scenario, right? Right? Just get you some gummies. Hope you enjoy. Have a good one. We've got the Massey Minute, guys. We've got the Massey Minute. We've got a clip from the Chad himself. I really don't. I think I've said about as much as I can about that Kids for Cash thing. That absolute horrendous decision to commute that sentence. The kitty diddler, the spies giving our information to China. I mean, it's almost as if this president is not an American. It's almost as if this administration wants everything bad for America. In the name of restorative justice, guys. I hate that. I hate that so much. Correction is... Whoa there. Oh, good God. I said stop. Sorry about that, guys. Had autoplay going on. Little autoplay. Where is my Massey Minute? Where is it? Oh, no. Oh, no. Man, 3 bots. Getting it, Trish. Good to see it. Getting dozered, thank you so much. I appreciate that. She definitely needs it, and all prayers are appreciated for her. Needs it. She definitely needs it. Speaking of justice, guys. Speaking of justice, I have a clip here that... Oh, my God, that was loud. Why can't you be normal when you record a video, guys? Speaking of justice and correction, I have a short clip. Apparently, somebody was acting a fool at a shop, and the shop owner said, no, sir.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh.
Justice.
Nah, you said
Drag him out. Drag him out like the garbage he is. That's a stout boy. One more. Those were open-handed slaps. You steal from my shop, you try to mess my shop up, you're going to get dealt with.
Oh, wait, what the fuck? Yo, you was not... Oh, shit, yo. Yo, but check this one out.
Done.
Yo!
Don't come in being a fool. Don't get dealt with. That felt good. Sometimes it needs to happen. Sometimes it needs to happen. You love to see it. You love to see it. Where was this thing? Okay, we have a Massey Minute, guys, for JJR as well, even though he's struggling with the signals, with the Wi-Fi's. Let me see it. Where are you, Massey? We're searching. Searching and looking and going to find him. I don't know the words of that song. Here we go. We have a Massey Minute about the 6th. A.G. Garland. Oh, we have 4 minutes. And wow, if that's too loud, let me know. I'm going to go ahead and pull the audio down just a little bit. We're going to bring this up, guys, and we have a little clip here for your viewing pleasure. The Massey Minute. I'm going to share here. I'm going to watch it. And then we are going to orchestrate a raid on somebody. If you guys have any suggestions for raids, let me know in the chat. If not, I will pick somebody. Might be AP. I don't know, because that's where I'm going next.
Hoping today to give you an opportunity to put to rest the concerns that people have that there were federal agents or assets of the federal government present on January 5th and January 6th. Can you tell us, without talking about particular incidents or particular videos, how many agents or assets of the federal government were present on January 6th, whether they agitated to go into the Capitol, and if any of them did?
So I'm not going to violate this norm of the rule of law. I'm not going to comment on an investigation that's ongoing.
Now, in that video, that was your answer to a question to me 2 years ago. When I said how many agents or assets of the government were present on January 5th and January 6th and agitating in the crowd to go into the Capitol, and how many went into the Capitol. Can you answer that now?
I don't know the answer to that question.
Oh, last time.
Finished off my shot there for Jeff. Rest in peace, Legal Vices.
You don't know how many there were, or there were none?
I don't know the answer to either of those questions. If there were any, I don't know how many. I don't know whether there are any.
I think you may have just perjured yourself that you don't know that there were any. You want to say that again, that you don't know that there were any?
I have no personal knowledge of this matter. I think what I said the last time.
You've had 2 years to find out. You know, were there any confidential human sources involved from the FBI or any other agency in the erection of that prop?
Erection of the prop. Oh my. That was only like 3 feet tall, by the way. Ain't nobody getting hung with those gallows unless you're a damn midget. But whatever. Oh, they were going to hang Pence with the 3 foot tall gallows? Are you serious? Thing's not sturdy at all. That's just a freaking rectangle. You need proper bracing for gallows. No bracing at all, guys. No bracing.
Those gallows.
I'm not aware of anything like that.
Inspector General Horwitz, over the past 3 years, I've questioned FBI Director Wray and Attorney General Merrick Garland about the federal assets, such as confidential human sources that were present on January 6th at the Capitol. And they have continuously stonewalled me. We've got no answers whatsoever about this from them. You have evidence of the number of confidential human sources that were operating on the Capitol grounds on January 6th?
Our report will include the information in that regard.
Can you tell us today how many there were? Were there more than 100?
I'm not in a position to say that, both because it's in draft form and we have not gone through the classification review. And so I need to be careful.
And we're 4 years, almost 4 years into this report. When is it going to be released?
It's certainly my hope and expectation, although I don't control this entirely because it.
Stephanopoulos is pretty short. After due process, of course, Castro. Oh, man. You guys are having a good time. Good to see it. Good to see it.
Has to go through a classification review, but certainly in the next couple of months is my hope.
Do you think, is there any consideration for the election about the release of this report? Would you delay it in order to not release it right before the election?
At this point, given the process that has to play out in terms of classification review and all of that, I'm not making any, I don't have to make any judgment about that. We're still, that still has to go on. Just to give you a sense of it, when I did the Pfizer review,
you're saying it's not even going to be done in time for before the election?
It doesn't, I doubt it would be done in time for the election.
We know, what we do know is you're going to.
No excuse for that.
Expose that there were confidential human sources.
Someone brought up a great point. The FBI report talked about their confidential human sources. There were other organizations with there are multiple organizations with multiple sets of confidential human sources. They were way more than just 26. Like I said, they're like cockroaches. When you see one Fed boy, there's at least 100 more probably.
At the Capitol. Can you tell us today how many went into the Capitol?
I'll have that information in the report. I'm not able to speak to information in there, both because it's in draft and we get a response from the department and the FBI, but also because I don't know yet what's classified and not classified.
So if they broke the law, if they went into the Capitol, which we pretty much know there were confidential human sources who went into the Capitol and right there alongside of everybody else.
Somebody also brought up a good point that they said they didn't have undercover agents. Someone should have asked, did you have plain clothes agents in the Capitol waiting for people to motion them in?
Wouldn't they need to follow DOJ CHS protocols? And do you know if those were followed?
They should follow CHS protocols. And again, we'll include that information in the report.
Do you know how many were reimbursed for travel?
As I sit here, I don't recall the number.
But I don't recall, or you won't tell us?
Well, and if I did know it, I wouldn't be in a position to tell you because we still have to go through.
We're 4 years into.
That's cute. That's cute. And the smile about it, that's cute.
You're supposed to be the organization that goes and gets these answers when the FBI and the DOJ stonewall Congress. But I feel like, we're 4 years into this. We're not even going to get this information you're telling us now before the election.
Massey being a Chad. We need a whole Congress of Thomas Massey. They'd come in, they'd do their work, and then they'd go back to their farms. Like the old days. This wasn't a career. This was service. We've lost that. I think I had one more thing that I wanted to play here. What was? Oh, yes. Here's our. We're gonna end on a bit of a white pill. We had the guy getting his justice in the shop there because he was being a fool. We had that, but we have another one here. We have another bit of a bright spot, a bit of a white pill. It's still politics related, but it's good to see. It's actually Van Jones. Well, wait, real quick. We have this one. That's just fun, and I think it's funny, and it made me chuckle. Trudeau may be resigning as Prime Minister of Canada. And you know what? It's fitting that we would have this little clip here of this young Chad of a man who is jogging alongside.
Justin! Look at this faggot. Justin! Look at this faggot.
Okay, I thought he said bundle. I thought he said fat. Look at this faggot. He might have said, look at this fatty. But it was a lot funnier when I thought he said, look at this faggot. God bless you, young man. Here's the one. Here's the bit of a white pill. We have 1 minute and 43 seconds of
How
Van
the hell
Jones
did Donald Trump?
responding to the Donald Trump stuff. To the Donald Trump stuff. Oh, that's right. That's right. Not Trudeau. Castro Jr. That's right. My apologies. Thank you, Gene Bondano, for correcting me. I appreciate you. Oh, look at this pedo. I don't know. I haven't seen anything about that, but I wouldn't doubt it. That's right. Castro based. Oh, Castro. I mean, speaking of that's your cousin. It's your cousin, Castro Jr.
How the hell did Donald Trump figure out the mainstream media is the fringe and the fringe is now the mainstream? How the hell did Donald Trump figure out? I mean, Joe Rogan is obvious, right? Like, we knew the guy had a big audience. It's not like we were like stunned, but like, how the hell was he, the 78-year-old guy who doesn't even have a computer and still like writes handwritten notes? How did he become the guy who cracked the code on, to your point, running a cultural, I don't even want to say campaign, running
it was a movement.
Look, heading a cultural movement versus a campaign.
Every one of your people knows Elon. Listen. Yeah, so everybody keeps, I mean, the problem is you have a framework in your mind that how can Donald Trump? Guys, can we cut it out? Donald Trump is not an idiot. Donald Trump, let me just be very clear. Donald Trump is smarter than me, you, and all critics. You know why we know? Because he has the White House, the Senate, the House.
Totally agree.
Court, the popular vote. He has a massive media ecosystem bigger than the mainstream built around him and for him, and a religiously religious fervor in a political movement around him. And his best buddy is the richest person in the history of the world, and the most relevant Kennedy is with him. This dude is a phenomenon. He is the most powerful human on earth and in our lifetime, and we're still saying, well, how was this guy? We look like idiots to ordinary.
You're totally right.
Yes, he is. Thank God for Van Jones having a moment of clarity there. That's the white pill of the night, guys. Guys, we've covered a lot today. We have talked about the drone stuff in general, all that comes with that. We played some interesting videos, had some interesting thoughts. Could be sniffing out nuclear stuff. We are going to go ahead and I launched a raid for AP late night with the Donna Spall. A little bit of debauchery, a little bit of interesting stuff covered over there. I enjoy the show. Hopefully you guys too. It's not for the faint of heart though. There might be nudity every now and then. Just giving you a heads up. Gets a little bit spicy over there with late night with the Donna Spall. But go ahead and hang out over there. Follow that channel. Give them a like. We talked about the drone stuff. We talked about ABC and Stephanopoulos settling for $16 million, including the $1 million in legal fees, to President Trump. We then went on to discuss the OMG Undercover clip about piece about Joe Biden being metaphorically dead, not literally dead. Can't get a sentence out apparently. And then we then discussed the pardons a little bit. Discussed the that one Conahan and Civarella are the two judges. The kids for cash. They got their sentence. At least Conahan got his sentence commuted. Not justice at all, guys. It's disgusting to see what this administration is doing before it gets out. I think they're trying to burn things down. We are wrapping up, by the way. Sorry, guys. Gotta get up early with the kids to get them to school. So, thank you guys so much for watching the show tonight. I have sincerely enjoyed this episode of the Dozer Den. Guys, I stream Mondays and Thursdays at 9:30 p.m. Central. We usually go for about 3 to 4 hours, covering 3 to 4 news stories with a little bit of a, non-related clip or a bit of a white pill at the end, or just something I find interesting that might give a little bit of a palate cleanse. So hopefully that Van Jones clip did it for you guys. Thank you guys so much for the support to my subscribers. I sincerely appreciate your continued support. To everybody who donates, thank you so much. For those who share the stream out, comment in the comment section, participate in the live chat. If you're not able to contribute financially, guys, don't ever put yourself out for something like a small time creator like myself. You got to take care of you first. So even if it's just watching and liking the show, thank you guys so much for your viewership. I sincerely appreciate you. I will see you guys on Thursday at 9:30 p.m. Central. Y'all have a good one.